back the way down to Oproot, and Oproot sends it forward to Luck. Luck's got a 2-on-1 into the zone. Luck dropped it back. Morelli's in, shoots!
Who's it open?
It's time for North Dakota high school football. This live digital radio broadcast on the PSP network is brought to you by BNC National Bank, Subway, Hub International Insurance, The Medicine Shop, Bismarck State College, Bobcat of Mandan, Tires Plus, the Chuppy Chiropractic Clinic, Bismarck LASIK, and Planning Team Financial Advisors. Now, it's time for the countdown to kickoff on the PSP Network.
Well, the Wildfire from Mott-Regent, New England come into Holstein territory and continue and hope to stay hot after their opening round win of the state 9-man football playoffs, as the Holsteins, the number 2 team in the state, getting set to take action for the first time in the 9-man playoffs. Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Scott Woodmansey alongside Chuck Claremont. Glad to have you aboard on the PSP network as we are live out in New Salem, North Dakota, as we get set for 9-man football here. Chuck, the Holsteins had a week off. Mott-Regent, as we said, in action last week. A big victory over the Imperials from Napoleon Gackle Streeter as they popped up 66 points. But today, it doesn't get any easier as they come in and they take on the number 2 team in the state of North Dakota.
And a rematch, Scott, of the last time that the Salem Holsteins played back in just 2 weeks ago on October 8th, where the Holsteins won 55-12. So you start taking a look at that to say, how much has Mott improved in 2 weeks? Well, we know the quarterback didn't play last time against these from Mott-Regent. So obviously you put your quarterback in Cole Manolovitz and you bring him in to play. Is that enough to overcome 43 points? I don't know, but Mott-Regent, they sure looked good last week.
Yeah, they certainly did. As Kaufman, certainly a guy that we're going to say a lot of here in this broadcast, a big game last week. But again, talking with both these head coaches, and particularly Nate Zachman, he says, hey, had a chance to talk to him briefly before the game when they arrived. He said, hey, if we can get Kaufman in space, then we've got a chance to win this football game. But then on the backside of that, he said, the Holsteins are big, they're fast, and they're physical. So certainly when you weigh that up against this team, certainly the task is large here this afternoon for the Wildfire from Mott-Regent, New England.
Yeah, it's kind of their strength, Scott, is their rushing game. I have evidence last week by Kaufman's 428 yards and 7 touchdowns. That's something you get on a video game. This kid, that's the record for all time for Mott-Regent, so that's a pretty impressive game against Napoleon Gackle Streeter, and they're going to need it. So the rushing game of really Kaufman's the main dude. Anybody behind him has under 200 yards, but they're going against the strength of the Holsteins defense. It's the Hines, Klott, Becker, those guys. The rushing defense of the Holsteins, that's when you talk to their coach, Kleingen, he'll tell you that's what we feel our strength is. So kind of strength against strength when you're looking at offense and defense.
Yeah, and too, Chuck, let's just say, when you look at the way that the football playoffs are set up, for the 9-man, it's a gauntlet. And when you look, New Salem or the Wildfire have already got one game under their belt, but that's just one. Now they got to win this one. You got to win the next one, and that gets you to the Fargo Dome. So certainly you got to play 5 really good weeks of football from October to November to be crowned the state champion. And certainly when you look at these teams in 9-man, a lot of good teams, but nonetheless it all starts here, and you've got to go week to week. And it just so happens for the Wildfire, week number 2 is the Holsteins from New Salem Almont.
Yeah, it's that rematch, and surely they're feeling really good about their team. They had a great win last week where you talk about losing or playing a team that you had lost to earlier. They got rolled really by that same Napoleon Gackle Streeter team early in the season as they lost 44-24, so you lose by 20, then you come back and win by 24. So, hey, that's a 44-point turnaround. Let's do the math. 55 minus 13, Scotty, 42. So you get a turnaround like that, maybe it's something that these guys can make a difference for. But it's going to be a good game tonight. I mean, I think we're all excited that for us to be here. It's my first time to get a chance to be here in the Crow's Nest at New Salem. I mean,
absolutely.
Back in the day, it kind of reminds me back playing baseball for the Governors or the Royals.
Well, hey,
when people
you know what it does, though? You know what it does? It kind of brings you back to the old Hughes Field days, doesn't it? You know, the way it was. You know, I mean, granted, we've got some windows here, but, you know, outside a little chilly. I mean, we pulled in about 2 hours ago, and cars were already lined up around the field. Now they filled it all the way around the field. So, hey, man, this is legitimate high school football right here.
This is a great setting. It absolutely is. And you talk to people. Heck, there's campers across in the in the local KOA here at New Salem they were tailgating in a true camper. So I love it. I mean, it's an absolute wonderful setting, and surely as you're a football player, but as a fan as well, and as a broadcast guys and us, Scott, it's pretty special to be out here today.
And then nonetheless, it's been talked about for a number of years. The Holsteins come rolling in with the cattle trailer hooked up, and they back in, unload it, and they run through the tunnel. So hey, man, that's how football is played, and that's the way things roll in these communities across the state. As we'd also like to welcome the folks aboard on 105.7 KDXN FM in Dickinson, as I believe they were going to come out and plan to broadcast this one as well, but unfortunately, due to an illness, their announcer was unable to come aboard. So certainly sit back, relax. It should be a fun one as we get set to bring you this one. The Holsteins, 8-0 on the season, number 2 in the state, and Mott-Regent, New England, the Wildfire, come in at 5-4 out of Region 6. We'll take a timeout on the PSP network. When we come back, we'll take a more inside look at the Holsteins and the Wildfire. You're listening to 9-Man Playoff Football on the PSP network. Back with more after this timeout.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
This North Dakota High School Football Playoff presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by these local sponsors: Rude's Mobile, Farmers Union Insurance Brad Greff, the Touchdown Club of Mott-Regent, Cardinal Insurance Alex Aldinger, the Napa Auto Store of New Salem, and Nodak Mutual Insurance Scott Wilkins. Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network to stay up to date with all things high school athletics in Western North Dakota. PSP Network.
Welcome back to New Salem, North Dakota. Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodmansey with you. Also,
John Samuelson
as well.
Different setup today, man. Normally we got John right next to us, our camera guy, but John's on the 3rd floor today.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll have a bird's eye view on the Crow's Nest.
Yes, as we're going to take another time out here as we got a few technical difficulties that we've got to figure out here. So we'll be back with more on the PSP Network after this timeout. Welcome back to New Salem, North Dakota. We apologize for that. We had a little technical difficulty there, but we've got it figured out as we get set to bring you 9-man second-round action. The Holsteins from New Salem Almont playing host to the Wildfire from Mott-Regent, New England. And, Chuck, let's take a look at this team out of Region 6, the number 2 seed. The Wildfire coming in here with a record of 5 wins and 4 losses on the season. Certainly some exciting things for them. Last, first time they've been in the playoffs since 2017. They lost to Rolla. But more importantly, it's a big week for them last week because they got to play a football game in New England, host a playoff football game, and it's been a number of years since they did that. And, boy, I tell you what, they did that in fine style.
Yeah, you're right. That kind of restart a new chapter in this Mott-Regent, New England. New England was a powerhouse, Scott, back in the day of footballs. We're doing some research on this, 47 games in a row back in 1995 to 97, and pretty special how they opened up their field back in New England again after 20 years, even to the point where, hey, you and I were listening to a song on the way out here called Shining Lights with Josh Kerr, K-E-H-R, look it up if you haven't heard that, where he played for the 1995 state championship for New England, came back, sang the national anthem at the opening of the reopening of the field, and just pretty special year right now for this team. And we talk a lot about this New England team, but boy, they have got their hands full today, Scott. I mean, there's no doubt, 2 ways about it. Is you look at this team, and New Salem coming from 11-man to 9-man, I think they really benefited by that. Obviously, they have less kids, but from this standpoint, I think their coaches kind of downplayed their season all year, and I think now he realizes that, hey, we are one of the big dudes on the block right now.
Well, yeah, certainly. And when talking with head coach Nate Zachman earlier in the week as well, and he said, for this one, hey, he goes, I got 80 plays scripted out of 8 formations. So you can imagine what that practice looked like. So nonetheless, when you talk about what are the Wildfire going to bring to this one, I told him, I just talked to him, I said, but the only thing he's not going to throw out there is the battery to the bus so they can get back home. I mean, he's going to bring everything, and why not? I mean, you might as well start showing it now. You're obviously the underdog coming in this football game, and why not show them everything you got?
Yeah, they were the heavy underdogs last week, so that's the positive thing for these guys is they recognize that, hey, we have a quality football team, and now we have all the pieces in place with our quarterback playing now, and Manolovitz and Kaufman obviously clicking on all cylinders as this kid has over 1,700 yards and 23 touchdowns, and they've got some quality receivers too out there in Jalbert and Heather. And so it's an offense that can score points, 33 points a game, but you look at that they weren't clicking early on. 24-0 in the losses in the first 2 games. They've really cranked it up since, 4 times over 40, 1 time over 60. So it's an offense. You mentioned Coach Zachman is going to say, we're going to open it up. Holy cow. How do you open it up any more than 66 points last week?
Yeah, I don't know what he figures it's going to take to win this one, but then you talk about too, and you talk about the Holsteins, Chuck, and you look up front, and I'll tell you what, I watched these young men come out of the cattle trailer, and the guys I'm talking about are A.J. Hines and Levi Becker, and I'm going, oh, wow, 6'1", 295, 6 foot, 235 up front on that defensive line, and those are going to be the concerning factors right there for the Wildfire here this afternoon.
Well, one thing let's just point to Hines in general. I mean, this kid is just a junior, but he's got a state championship as a sophomore last year in wrestling, and you and I both know head football coaches in college love the old wrestling football combination, and this kid is an absolute dude. Heck, he even shows cattle, man. He's a grand champion in the swine and heifer and bull category. So this kid does it all, and so he's obviously used to being in the middle of some hard, tough animals, and so I would imagine that anything that this Wildfire team is going to throw at him, and you look at their offensive line, they got one big kid in Josh Ernst. He's just a sophomore, so it's going to be 50. I got a feeling we're going to see 50 in a lot of plays today.
Yeah, no question. And you look at the Holsteins, Chuck, it's a team that has one state championship going back to 1986. That was pre-Dakota Bowl. They've made a couple appearances in the Dakota Bowl. In both times, they've got tagged with Thompson, the Tommies. And both times, the Tommies have come on top. So certainly that's got to be on the minds of this football team as well.
Yeah, I think it's a team that they know they've been there recently, and they're bringing back some tradition, I think, which is really cool, Scott, is one of the pieces they started a couple years ago changed the tradition is this midnight practice to start the season. Back in '86 when they won the state championship, that's what they were doing. They were doing midnight practices to start the season or the first practice. So what's Coach Kleingen? He says, hey, nothing wrong with tradition. Let's roll it out again this year. And so they kicked things off on midnight, whatever it was, August 12th or whatever the heck time it was. And so it's a team, when you see some tradition like that, I love it. I love having something extra like that for your team to come out and look to as they look back to those 86 state champions and say, and I'm sure, heck, there's probably those 86 state, they're probably still around. That's back in our day.
Yeah, I know it is.
You know what I mean?
I know one of them still around. He was a quarterback, and he just happens to be the brother of the head football coach.
Did he hit a home run off you, maybe?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, you had to bring that up. You owe me that one.
You set me up on that one.
I got you on the guard comment about 2 weeks ago at the bowl.
That's right, you did.
So that's fair, nonetheless. All right, we'll take one final timeout on our pregame show. We come back. The starting lineups next. The Wildfire, the Holsteins, right here on the PSP Network. Back with more after this timeout.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zzz, zzz?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Purchase 4 eligible Firestone tires and receive up to $120 in a prepaid Visa gift card. Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
Welcome back to the Salem, North Dakota, as the starting lineups have been introduced, and they'll go like this. First of all, for New Salem won the toss. They have deferred, so on offense, the Wildfire will go like this. Up front will be at center, 6'1", 190 to junior, Jack Manolovitz. We'll get that right, I promise. At the right guard will be Josh Ernst, 6 foot 260, and a sophomore. The left guard, Alex Doe, 5'10", 200, and a junior. At the tight end will be Zach Gelbert, 6'1", 170, and a junior. The other tight end will be Lane Kovar, 5'10", 160, and a junior. And the wide receiver will be Matt Heather. He's 5'7", 150, and a junior. At the fullback spot will be Jaron Rafferty. He's 5'10", 165, and a sophomore. And the running back, a dandy, Nathan Kaufman, 6'1", 180, and a senior. And the quarterback, he's 5'10", 160, and a junior. That'll be Cole Manolovitz.
It's a mouthful.
Manolovitz. Their head coach in his 6th year is Nate Zachman. Up front for the Holsteins defensively, they go like this. At the nose guard, Tayson Klatt, he's 5'7", 195, and a senior. The one tackle will be A.J. Hines, 6'1", 295, and a junior. The other tackle will be Levi Becker, 6 foot 235, and a junior. The linebackers, Cody Irwin, 5'7", 185, and a senior. The linebacker, another linebacker, Ty Wolding, 5'11", 170, a junior. Another linebacker, Wyatt Kuhn, 6'3", 180, and a freshman. And Weston Kuhn, 6'4", 225, and a senior. The one corner will be Dylan Rude, 6 foot 160, and a senior. And the other corner will be Kane Grinsteiner, 5'4", 170, and a junior. We're about the playing of our national anthem. We'll take our final timeout. We come back. The opening kick, the Holsteins, the Wildfire, next right here on the PSP Network.
If your eyes could talk, they'd tell you life is better with LASIK. No more reaching for your glasses. No more dry eye from overwearing your contact lenses. Right now, Bismarck LASIK is offering free consultations for LASIK procedures. Break free from the daily hassles and expenses of glasses and contacts. Life is clearly better. Book your free consultation today with Bismarck LASIK and see the difference. Call 222-2020 or schedule online at bismarcklasik.com.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
Welcome back to New Salem, North Dakota. Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodmansey with you as we get set to bring you 9-man football action, and we'll get other action going on across the state. We'll try to keep you updated on some of those games as best we can here this afternoon. A little bit of wind out here, Chuck, a little chilly, but nonetheless, sun's out. That means it's football time.
A lot of bit of wind. I think that's going to be one of the factors, Scott. One of the keys is how are you going to handle this east-southeast wind at 21 miles an hour? It surely could affect the football. I mean, that's 21 mile an hour. Really? 21 miles per hour, MPH, right? Gusting.
Miles per hour.
Jeez, can't say Monalovitz. Can't say
miles per hour. Monalovitz.
Hey, I do want to give a shout out. We got some of the huge fans from New Salem. A couple that are up in Minot couldn't be at the game today, but they're such big fans. They're locked in. John and Aglai Young. Hey, listening up, John. Aglai up in Minot. Hey, a little shout out to you guys.
Well, here we go as Wolding gets set to tee it up at his own 40-yard line, and back to receive goes Nathan Kaufman. As we're about ready to go, they await the whistle from the official. There it is, and Wolding, and the cleat meets the cowhide, and we're ready to go. It's going to be a short kick, and Kaufman's going to run up at the 15-20, breaks a tackle 25, and good hustle downfield there by the Holsteins. Wyatt Kuhn getting downfield, and that's the Wildfire will start 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I think I'm as excited as the players. I mean, I feel like we're right on top of the field compared to where we've been in these other locations.
Cole Monalovitz brings out the offensive unit for the Wildfire. They go I backfield behind him. Kaufman, he dots the I. Rafferty, the up back. Long count. They give it Kaufman. He's going left, and he falls forward for a couple, maybe, as he's across the 20 down to the 22-yard line. On the stop was Ty Wolding for the Holsteins. I apologize there. They started that one back on their – yeah, that was about right.
Yeah, it was 23-yard line.
23-yard line. He got to the 24, so it'll bring up a second down, and we'll call it 8 to go for the Wildfire. I backfield again for the Wildfire. Slot back to the left as well. This time they go Kaufman. He's going left, and he slides across the 25, falls forward to the 27-yard line, goes Nathan Kaufman. That's his second carry of the ball game, so it'll bring up a third down, and it'll be, we'll call it 6 to go for that first down for the Wildfire.
Got a feeling in today's game, Scott, Ty Wolding, this guy's an absolute stud. Speaking of wrestlers, runner-up last year in the 160-pound category, and so one of their top defensive players. So Ty Wolding, this kid's name, obviously as a quarterback. So only in the Class B side you get this quarterback playing middle linebacker. I love it.
Matalovitz goes under center. As now they flop from the left side to the right side to the Wildfire, and head coach Nate Zachman wants a timeout. We'll keep it right here. It's a Hub International Insurance timeout. Call Hub International Insurance today for all your personal and business insurance needs. Our officials this afternoon, Elliot Gerhardt, the referee, Adam Kaufman, the umpire, Kevin Leonards, the linesman, Brian Beeler, the line judge, and Chase Jacob is the back judge. Again, I'd like to welcome those aboard on 105.7. What are you giving me, phonics there?
I'm trying to. Just trying to.
Monalovitz. We'll get it. We'll get it down as Coach Zachman didn't see something there. So now the Wildfire reset, and it'll be a third down and 6 to go for Mott-Regent, New England.
Yeah, last time these teams played, Kaufman was a quarterback for Monalovitz. So now he's in his true spot.
Well, now, no, they go to Kaufman is at quarterback. He goes under center. Long snap count, fumbles the snap, keeps it, trying to go right. Now he reverses, going left, He's all the way back to the 20, turns up the left side, down the sideline. He's got the first down and more, and he's across we run out of bounds at the 40-yard line, and a broken play there. Cody Irwin runs him out of bounds, a broken play, and a great job there by Kaufman to keep it alive, and he picks up the first down for the Wildfire.
13 yards. He went to his right, Scott, actually after a fumbled snap, and then he had a guard pulling. Thankfully, the guy knocked out the defense, and he turned around and went the other way and went all the way up the sideline, picked up that first down.
And this time Kaufman goes under center again. Lone back behind him, that is Rafferty. Kaufman keeps it, hands off. Rafferty going left, and he's swarmed under there. It's going to be little or no gain. Tayson Klatt makes a stop there for the Holsteins. And it's going to be, they're going to give him a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the no score on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 9:58 left to play here, opening quarter of play from New Salem, North Dakota. As Kaufman now, he goes under center. Now they flop from the left side to the right side to the Wildfire. Kaufman, long signal count. Kaufman, he's coming right. He's got a lead blocker, and Kaufman turns upfield. He's to the 45 and may have got to the 46-yard line. Wyatt Kuhn comes from his linebacker spot there to make the stop for the Holsteins to bring up another. This time it'll be 3rd down, and we'll call it 5 to go for Mott-Regent, New England.
Well, when Kaufman takes the snap, Scott, there is no hiding what he's going to do. He tucks the football immediately as he spins the opposite direction and just follows that pulling guard, Alex Doe, from the backside.
Yep, this time now they go I formation. Manolovitz under center. This time Kaufman dots the I. He gets it going left, goes up the middle. He's not going anywhere, and that was big. Number 50, A.J. Hines, makes the stop there. And it's actually going to be a loss of about 2, so it'll bring up a 4th and 7 now for the Wildfire. And it appears head coach Nate Zachman is going to go for it as he's got his quarterback on the sideline set to call the play. Clock winds, 8.5 to go, opening quarter.
Has a loss of 2 in the play. A.J. Hines just blew up Albert and Doe on that backside, and there was no place for Kaufman to run.
Oh, now we go into a punt formation. Zach Gelbert is going to punt it away. Snap. Punt angle towards the sideline, and it's going to be caught by Coach Kleingen. And now we'll see the offensive unit for the Holsteins from New Salem Almont. Up front, Alex Pittman, 6', 200 at center. Becker and Hines are the guards. Kuhn, the wide receiver. That's Wyatt. Weston Kuhn, the tight end. Dylan Root, a wide out. And Erwin Norton, the running backs, and Ty Wolding is the quarterback for the Holsteins from New Salem Almont. As the Holsteins come out, Wolding sends to a receiver left and right. Split backs alongside of him for the Holsteins. Wolding barks out the signals. Wolding, he's going to keep it going right, and boy, he's still on his feet across the 45, and he fights his way down to midfield, and a good run there by Wolding. Matt Heather comes up to make the stop from his safety spot for the Wildfire to bring up 2nd and short for the Holsteins.
He's followed Brock Norton, the freshman running back, in a hole on the right side, and there was guys kind of holding on to him, Scott, but he just shed 1, 2, 3 tacklers, would-be tacklers, and then drug another guy about 1.5 yards out to the 48-yard line. So big play to get things kick-started for the New Salem Holsteins.
Yeah, they've got 2nd and 1, but looks like 2nd down and 2. 7:29 to go, opening quarter, no score on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Wolding, he's going to keep it again. This time he comes left, turns inside, spins off 1 tackle. He's got the first down and more. And he's down to the 45, and he falls forward down to the 43-yard line. Heather again makes a stop for the Wildfire.
Well, I would tell you, Scott, that the early returns are in. Ty Wolding's hard to bring down. As he went through 2 more tackles. As a matter of fact, one guy completely did about a 90-degree spin as he's holding on to him, and he shed that tackler. So another big pickup for the state runner-up wrestling champ, or state runner-up in wrestling, Ty Wolding.
1st down and 10 for the Holsteins. Ball spotted on the Wildfire 43-yard line. 7 minutes to go, opening quarter, no score on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Wolding, receivers left and right. Wolding fakes it. He's rolling to his left, sets. He's looking downfield. He's got a man, and it's going to be picked off at the 25 to the 30, 35, and brought down at the 36-yard line as Brock Aylis on the interception there, and the first turnover goes to the Holsteins, and a big one for the Wildfire.
And maybe that had a little bit to do with the wind, Scott, as a fake handoff by Wolding, who rolls out to his left, and through kind of a wobbler, there was one of his receivers who was coming across from the backside. I think that was Weston Kuhn, but good job of high-pointing it for Brock Aylis, the cornerback, and then a nice return of 10 yards.
So Cole Manolovitz comes back to work for the Wildfire as he brings the offense out, 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Eye backfield, Kaufman dots the I. Long snap count. They give Kaufman coming right, trying to get the outside, and he's going to be brought down. A.J. Hines once again. Woo-hoo.
We're going to keep track of tackles as Hines, another tackle for losses. I mean, it didn't look like he was blocked.
I was just wondering the same thing. Is that's a stat you normally don't keep, and we got to keep that one.
I'm going to start today, Scott, as he just went through. This time he was lined up on the left side of the defense and just went right through Josh Ernst and Kovar.
So it'll be
welcome to the jungle, the big Hines says.
2nd down and 12 as this time the Wildfire go trips to the left, single receiver right. Kaufman, they option it. They give it to the tailback. That's on the carry there. That was Jafferty, and he carries the load across the 40 down to the 42-yard line. That's Zach Gelbert was in at the tailback spot. Weston Kuhn makes the stop there for the Holsteins, but a big gain there on 2nd down. Will bring up 3rd down and 6 to go from the 40-yard line. 5.5 to play, opening quarter play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. No score. Wildfire confused as now they switch sides. Ball spotted left hash. Kaufman at the helm. Gelbert behind him. Kaufman fakes the throw. Now he's going to keep it going left, puts his head down, bowls forward. He's got the 1st down and more as he's run out of bounds at midfield. Cody Irwin makes a stop, and they're going to spot it right at the 50-yard line. It'll be a 1st down, move the chains, and the Wildfire on the move here late in the opening quarter of play.
The two best plays for the Wildfire have been broken plays or change plays as a quarterback. Kaufman tried to hit his receiver on a quick pattern. He wasn't there, just went upfield and met man-to-man on Wolding, and he went right over the top of Ty Wolding.
Well, Kaufman now running the show for the Wildfire at the quarterback spot. They send trips to the right. Kaufman sets, looks left, now he throws it out. Gelbert catches, he's got room, 45, cuts back, and he's brought down at the 43-yard line by Weston Kuhn, and a good run there by Zach Gelbert of the Wildfire, and it'll be a big gain on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and we'll call it 3 to go for a 1st down inside Holstein territory.
Gelbert, he's the leading receiver. He got 14 catches for 365. Lined up in the backfield, as you said, Scott, just a little dump off as the quarterback looked upfield initially. Nothing was open. Went to his secondary receiver, Gelbert, and he picked up 7 yards.
Now this time the Wildfire come out. They go empty. Twins left, twins right, slot to the left as well. Kaufman, he's going to keep it. He's going left, stiff arm, and he can't get out of the grasp of Evan Borneman making the stop there as Borneman grabbed his jersey, hauled him down, and might be a loss of 1. They say the ball's on the 43, so it'll be 3rd down and 4 to go. Today's game brought to you in part by the Medicine Shop of Bismarck. They're proud to support local athletics. The Medicine Shop offers free delivery, and you can get your flu shot at the Medicine Shop. 3rd down and with 3 to go for the Wildfire. Empty backfield again as Kaufman barks out the signals. Kaufman looks left. He throws it across over the top, and it's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver for that was Binstock. The intended receiver overthrew him, and Kane Grinsteiner on the coverage at 5'4", 170 pounds.
It's just the diminutive one in the back there as he came up to try to catch the ball up high, and he misjudged it and went over his head. I think he he wants to try that again. It's kind of like a center fielder come flying up and going, whoop, the ball goes over the top of your head.
3:35 to go, opening quarter. BNC Bank scoreboard, no score. The Wildfire going for it. 4th down and 2. Kaufman, empty backfield. Ball spotted left hash. Kaufman looking left, flushed out, nowhere to go. Falls down, and he's all the way back to the original line of scrimmage at the 49-yard line. Cody Irwin there to finish him up. And a big mistake there, and the Holsteins will take over on downs as they will have it 1st down and 10 from the 49-yard line of the Wildfire.
Yeah, he tried. He was looking to pass, and there was nobody there. And like you said, give credit to Cody Irwin and the sack, Scott, but the push was right in his face, and he had no place to go, and the blitz by Cody Irwin, the linebacker, got him.
So here comes the Holsteins on their second offensive possession. Ty Wolding, the 5'11 quarterback. Barks out the signals, high snap. He gets it off to Norton. Norton straight up the middle, breaking tackles, 45-40, and he bowls his way all the way down to the 38-yard line, goes Brock Norton, the 5'11", 170-pound freshman from the Holsteins. 1st down, and it'll be a new set of downs for New Salem Almont. That's
one thing with this Holstein offense, Scott, is you really can't just key on one guy. I mean, Norton's got 480 yards. Irwin's got 390. Dylan Root has rushed the ball for almost 100 yards. Then you throw Wolding in for 490. So you got 4 different potential options that can run the football, as opposed to Mott-Regent. You're keying on number 3.
Wolding on 1st down and 10. Now they motion Dylan Root from right to left. They give it to him. Oh, and he fumbles it all the way back at the 46, picks it up on the move, turns the corner, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5, and did he get in?
He did.
Touchdown, Holsteins. What a play by Dylan Root as he fumbles the handoff, picks it up on the move, and streaks down the near sideline and takes it into the end zone for the first touchdown of the afternoon.
It's the broken plays today, Scott. 2 broken plays on the Wildfire side got him a couple 1st downs. Well, this got New Salem more than a 1st down. As you're right, the handoff was messed up. The ball squirted about 10 yards to his left. He picked it up on a great shortstop hop, turned the corner, and had these long strided it for about 45 yards. Turns out being 37 from the point of scrimmage, but what a run by Rude.
Holsteins will go for 2. They throw it into the corner. That's going to be incomplete, and the 2-point conversion failed. 2:57 to go. Opening quarter play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's the Holstein 6, the Wildfire 0. Back with more on the PSP Network after this timeout.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered
Well, a touchdown run there by Dylan Root gives the Holsteins the early lead.
Just a short 3-play, 33-second drive. Coach Kleingen loves drives like that, going 49 yards on the turnover on downs. It's a short kick in the play too, Scott.
As Kaufman picks it up at his 25, and he's brought down at the 27-yard line as the Holsteins lead it 6-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Reminder, we'll have our Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show. Planning Team Financial Advisors helping clients work toward financial freedom. As now the Wildfire come back out on offense, trailing this one 6-0. On the BNC Bank scoreboard. 2:53 left to play here in the opening quarter from New Salem, North Dakota. Empty backfield again as Kaufman has now moved to the quarterback spot. 2 receivers left, trips to the right as Coach Zachman emptying things out. And here comes a blitz from the backside and brought down. Cody Irwin comes from the backside, and Kaufman is brought down all the way back at the 19-yard line.
Back-to-back blitzes by Irwin, the senior linebacker, and boy, he is quick off the ball, Scott. He came from the backside, and Kaufman had absolutely no time to throw the football, and he went down for the double-leg takedown brought him down for another 9-yard loss.
And it's going to be second down and a whole bunch, call it 19, after that loss there for the Wildfire as they were going into that southeast wind. So making things tough to throw for Nathan Kaufman as they go same formation again. Kaufman looking left, he's flushed. He's going to keep it, and he's not going anywhere. Big number 50, add another tally there, Chuck. A.J. Hines, another tally for him on the board, and that's 3 so far for A.J. Hines in this opening quarter.
And guess what? Another tackle for loss, 2-yard loss again for Kaufman. He's ran the ball 11 times, and he's had 5 losses already in the play. He's looking for, hey, help, guys. Wouldn't hurt you to block somebody up front potentially. Maybe we get 2 guys on number 50 because he's throwing everybody around.
Well, they might have to throw 7 guys on number 50 here pretty quick.
He is just a man among boys out there.
Third down and 21 again. Empty formation for the Wildfire. The Holsteins pinning their ears back as Irwin looks like he's coming again, and he is. And Irwin Kaufman, boy, I'll tell you what, he is on the loose. He's trying to make something happen, and he just cannot go anywhere. And that's going to be all the way back to the 11-yard line. That was a fire drill there for the quarterback, Nathan Kaufman of the Wildfire.
Well, the patterns were deep, too, so he had no time. He's kind of like screaming turn around, because I'm running for my life. To scrambling like Fran Tarkenton running back there in the old Viking days. Left, right, left.
Gelbert to kick it away, and it's going to be a short kick angling toward the Holstein sideline, and it's going to be down at the 35-yard line, and that's where the Holsteins will take over 1st and 10. This afternoon's game brought to you in part by Tires Plus. When shopping for tires, shop Tires Plus, all brands under one roof with the guaranteed lowest prices in their service after the sale with the Tires Plus plan. You can't go wrong with Tires Plus. Visit them online at TiresPlusND.com. I'd like to welcome those folks aboard on 105.7 KDXN FM in Dickinson. 6-0 our score, 43.8 seconds to play in the opening quarter as here come the Holsteins again. Wolding barks out the signals. They hand off. Nope, this time they go to Irwin going left. He's got room. 25-20, 15-10, 5. Touchdown, Holsteins. Cody Irwin from 35 yards out and tack on 6 more for the Holsteins, and they lead at 12-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Irwin was the second back through. He was lined up on the right side. It was that fake handoff to Brock Norton, the freshman. Irwin came from right to left, and he got an awesome block from Dylan Root on the outside. He almost held the guy, and he took his hands off and put him up in the air, and the official looked at him, put his hand down by his flag, and went, okay, I guess I'll let you go by that one. So what a run by Irwin.
2-point conversion. Walding's going to keep it. Angles left, and it's going to be denied, as on the stop there was Gelbert for the Wildfire. 35 seconds to go here in the opening quarter of play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Holsteins 12, Wildfire 0. Back with more on the PSP network after this timeout.
The North Dakota Safety Council is dedicated to preventing injuries and saving lives by offering hundreds of safety courses. The NDSC helps workers return home safely every night and make sure schools are ready for any emergency. Our first aid training and defensive driving courses help save lives. We empower people through personal protection courses and operational risk assessments for businesses. We're a private, nonprofit organization committed to making North Dakota's homes, schools, communities, workplaces, and roads the safest in the nation. Learn more at ndsc.org.
Wolding to kick it away, and it's going to be returned. On the return is Heather at the 20, going backwards now to the 19, now back to the 20, and he's going to be brought down at the 21-yard line goes Heather, and that's where the Wildfire will take over.
Borneman on the tackle there, Scott, and when you only have, 20 guys on the team, I think New Salem might have 30, but you are playing – offense, defense, special teams. Some guys don't even come off the field.
Yeah, you're doing it all as 24.9 left to go here in the opening quarter of play from Holstein's field out in New Salem, North Dakota. Glad to have you aboard on the PSP network. Johnny Samuelson doing a great job running the camera for us as now they go I formation. Manolovitz at quarterback. Gives to Kaufman going left, breaks one tackle, and dives across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Goes Nathan Kaufman. Boy, I tell you what, Nathan Kaufman is going to be tired come the second half because he has done a lot for the Wildfire here in this opening quarter.
13 carries, a net 4 yards, Scott, as he has had 3 tackle for losses and 3 sacks.
And that's going to end the opening quarter here from New Salem on the BNC Bank National Scoreboard. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Holsteins 12, the Wildfire 0. Back with quarter number 2 after this timeout on the PSP Network.
This North Dakota High School Football Playoff presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by these local sponsors. Rude's Mobile, Farmers Union Insurance Brad Greff, the Touchdown Club of Mott-Regent, Cardinal Insurance Alex Aldinger, the Napa Auto Store of New Salem, and Nodak Mutual Insurance Scott Wilkins. Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network to stay up to date with all things high school athletics in Western North Dakota. PSP Network, it's game day.
Welcome back to Holsteins Field. Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodmansey with you. Glad to have you aboard on the PSP Network as 1 quarter's in the books, and the Holsteins lead this one 12-0 on the BNC Bank National Scoreboard as the Wildfire will have it. Ooh, boy, there you can feel the heat now, Charlie.
Yeah, I tried to
a
get
little adjustment there.
Your coat was kind of hiding.
Oh, was it? Okay. Well,
so we got rearranged. Hey, we vacuumed flies in here, Scott. We've done her all today.
Manolovitz under center. Hands off Kaufman, coming near side, and Kaufman, he had the ball taken away. Did he not?
Yeah, it looked like he just completely stripped him, Scott. Ethan Meyer.
Ethan Meyer actually just took it right out of the hands of Kaufman.
Yeah, Kaufman went to his left. The ball was in his right hand, and he was running off tackle on the left side. In came Ethan Meyer, and he just ripped it out of him when he went down to the ground. The official was literally right there to see it.
So here come the Holsteins. First down and 10 from the Wildfire 28-yard line. Wolding. They hand off. That's Norton going left, and Norton picks up a few, and he's down to the 25. That could have been a late hit there, but
somebody came
did not call it, and it looks like getting up slow is Weston Kuhn. It looks like somebody may have rolled up on him.
Yeah, he's down the senior tight end. He was, if you recall, he was hurt last year in basketball in January.
Yeah, he was.
Just the rest of the season. So I know that one of the assistant coaches is looking with big intent here, as Ben Kringsted's the assistant coach. He also is a head coach for basketball, and not that he's looking forward to that, but I can tell you what, I bet it crossed his mind. Not just about today.
Yeah, exactly. As they tend to Weston Kuhn, Coach Kleingen down there as well, as we said. Also, we'll have our Jobbers Moving and Storage Move of the Game. That's Move of the Game is sponsored by Jobbers Moving and Storage. They can help you move across town or across the country. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. This afternoon's game also brought to you in part by Chuppy Clinic. They offer more than basic adjustments of the spine. Chuppy Clinic is concerned about the overall health and wellness of each patient and offer care and services to meet the greater demands of current health needs. Find them online at chuppy.com, as we'll try to get you up to date here on some other scores that are going on across the state of North Dakota. Ooh, boy, I'm not sure what that was, but that certainly scared a number of people,
including you and I.
I hope John Samuelson's all right.
I was hoping that the third floor of the crow's nest wasn't coming in on us.
Yeah. As at halftime up in Surrey, the Mustangs lead Ray Powers Lake 32-16 at the half. What else can we get you? UMary leading the Dragons 24-14 on the college side. 32-16, it was Surrey over Ray Powers Lake, as they still tend to Kuhn down on the field. And I don't know let's see if we can get you.
They're helping him up.
Yeah, there we go.
He's walking off under his own power, so that's good to hear. If it was a lower leg injury, maybe he was kind of tweaked the ankle, something. But, boy, they don't want to lose this kid. He is I mean, Weston Kuhn is their leading tackler on defense and a tight end.
This
and
was
obviously a senior leader.
Yep, sorry, Chuck. This was about 30 minutes ago. It was Mayport or Litchfield, Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion leading Mayport CG 22-0 at the half.
LLM is number 1 overall ranked team in the
Yep.
B rank.
And that would be Nelson County over St. John's 8-0. That was also 25 minutes ago with about 11 minutes left. But we're back to live action here with 11:33 to go in the opening half as Ty Wolding, the quarterback, they hand off Irwin. Irwin trying to get the outside, now cuts it back inside, and he's going to be brought down for a short gain as a host of Wildfire on the tackle there, led by Zach Gelbert, the defensive end on that right side. So it brings up 2nd down and 7 for the Holsteins as Wolding runs over, gets the play call from Coach Stern, the offensive coordinator for the Holsteins.
I'm checking out Weston Kuhn right now. Scotty's walking under his own power, just kind of a little ginger, got a drink of water. He seems to be okay.
Boy, he's a big kid.
Yeah.
3rd down and 7 now for the Holsteins. Rude split wide right. Wolding back to pass. He's looking left. Now he's looking back right. And he's out. He's got a man out there. He's got Rude. And Rude caught by the sideline and out of bounds is Dylan Rude. And that appears it's at about the, what is that, the 6, Chuck?
Yeah, I think so. 6 or 7 yard line is.
Yep.
Rude, somehow he sneaked up the sideline, was just kind of hanging out in the corner. There was no Wildfire around him. Quarterback Wolding rolled out to his right, hit him, but unfortunately, Scott, it's going to be all for naught.
Yeah, we had a flag as it was the preliminary was a holding call against the Holsteins, so they're going to bring this one all the way back. Or was that a personal foul call? Because this one's coming back.
No, it was probably holding from the spot foul in high school.
Okay, yep. So this one's going to
ends up being a huge ends up being an 18-yard penalty.
This one's coming back to the 42-yard line.
I don't know. I don't like those spot.
Yeah.
Different in high school without the ruling. I'd be curious to see how they came up with that concept of it's going to be a spot hold. They don't do it in the pros. They don't do it in college.
Yeah, so now it'll be 3rd down on a whole bunch for the Holsteins. Ball spotted on their own 43-yard line. Twins left, single receiver. Twins right, single receiver left is Dylan. Rude out in the flat, open space. Ball comes loose, and who's got it? Did the Holsteins fall on it as Rude had it jarred loose after the catch, but I think the Holsteins fell on it as diving over there was Grinsteiner to fall on the football, so that brings up a 4th down.
I think he climbed over the top of Talon Binstock. His Binstock looked like he had an opportunity to get it, and then Grinsteiner jumped on the back of his legs and then crawled up over the top of him and was able to pull it down. So they kind of dodged a little bullet there, but still 4th and forever.
Yeah, it'll be 4th down and a whole bunch, and Coach Kleingen wants to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 9:34 to go here in the opening half of play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It is New Salem Holsteins, New Salem Almont 12, the Wildfire 0. Back with more on the PSP Network after this timeout.
Do you remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoom, zoom?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Purchase 4 eligible Firestone tires and receive up to $120 in a prepaid Visa gift card. Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
Well, we're ready to go. It'll be 4th and a whole bunch now for the Holsteins as they motion Rude left to right. They fake it to him, back to pass. Wolding under pressure. They set up a screen. And nope, they're going to say it's incomplete as the Wildfire tip that one. Zach Gelbert on the tip, so a big defensive stop there for the Wildfire from Mott-Regent, New England.
That's one thing, Scott, a 9-man. Obviously, you don't have those tackles. So when you got a guy coming off the edge and Zach Gelbert, they didn't block him. You're usually in a screen. You got to get him a little bit of block to hold him off. Instead, he just went right at the quarterback, and there was no time at all for Ty Wolding to throw it. So good play by the junior defensive end, Zach Gelbert.
BNC National Bank, customer focused, community driven. BNC National Bank, Bank.
It's a little chilly in here, so that's part of it.
9:28 left to go. Opening half. Here's Handoff goes to Rafferty over the left side. I stand corrected. That was Kaufman over the left side. And he's going to pick up 2. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Or we're going to say it's a gain of 1. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Wildfire. They trail at 12-0 on the BNC Bank National scoreboard. 9:03 left to play opening half.
Well, how about a tale of 2 weeks for Nate Kaufman? I mean, he was running, like, I don't know if anybody touched him last week. As we talked about, 428 yards and 7 touchdowns. He's got 14 carries, 6 yards tonight.
Manolovitz goes under center. Now they send out Kaufman into the receiver formation left. Back to pass. Manolovitz, they throw it right. It's going to be caught, and fighting for a first down is on the reception was Binstock for the Wildfire, and it's going to be short of a first down. Dylan Rude makes a stop for the Holsteins.
Yeah, you take your eye candy and Kaufman, you bring him out to the left side, and you don't throw it to him. You look to the opposite side, and you hit Binstock, and he almost got to the first down, but Rude bulldogged him right backwards.
So 3rd down and 1 now for the Wildfire. Manolovitz goes under center. Now they motion Kaufman out of the backfield. Rafferty the lone back behind, and Nate Zachman wants a timeout. We'll keep it right here. 7:54 to go here in the opening half of play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. The Holsteins lead this one 12-0 as Nate Zachman wants to talk things over on a 3rd down and short. And, boy, I tell you what, Chuck, is, as much as it seems that the Holsteins have dominated this thing defensively, give credit to what the Wildfire have done. They've kept themselves in there. It's only a 2-score football game right now.
Well, you look at plays ran. I mean, from the New Salem side, they've hardly ran any plays. They've got 7 rushing plays and 3 throwing. I mean, they've run 10 plays this entire first half. Now, granted, they have had 2 short scoring drives, but the one thing the Wildfire have had is they are running the football. They're not throwing it much. So ultimately, the clock is running constantly. I mean, they have just 1 incomplete pass and 4 attempts, 2 by Manolovitz and 2 by Kaufman. So, bottom line is from a time perspective, the Wildfire, they're really, it's totally slanted towards them, and that's what's keeping them in the football game.
So Coach Zachman gives out his final instructions. Now they bring in Kaufman, and he goes under center. They flop the from right to left. Lone back is Rafferty behind Kaufman. Kaufman's coming left, waiting for Rafferty to get out there. Now he finds a seam, turns upfield. He's at the 45, and he's got the first down and more down to the 42-yard line. Ty Wolding on the stop there for the Holsteins, but a first down for the Wildfire from Mott-Regent, New England.
Yeah, and a good block on the outside. I think it was Heather who really was the one who kind of held or blocked his guy long enough to allow the quarterback, Kaufman, in this situation, to turn and make a decision. He cut inside that kick-out block and picked up another first down.
So first down and 10 for the Wildfire. Ball spotted on the Holstein 41-yard line. 7:27 left to go opening half. Again, same formation. Kaufman puts him in motion right to left. They give it Rafferty going left. Bounces off 1 tackle. Still on his feet. Drives towards the 35, and he's going to be brought down at the 36-yard line. Weston Kuhn in there. Klatt in there as well, but Weston Kuhn leading the charge for the Holsteins.
And it's good to see Kuhn back in the football game as well as middle linebacker, and he obviously we're going to continue to call his football or his name, but Rafferty, well, he ran hard there, hit that hole really quick. Nice hitter on first down.
So first down, they call it 2nd down and 5,
okay.
And after the good gain, ball spotted 36-yard line. Kaufman again at quarterback. Kaufman rolling out to his right. Throws it. He's got a man. That's Gelbert, and he overthrows him at the 12-yard line as he had Gelbert wide open as he slipped out from his tight end spot. And, boy, a good pass there, Chuck, and that's a big play for the Wildfire.
Well, the problem was Gelbert ran a perfect initial route as he went upfield. He went deep. They had another guy, I couldn't think it was Heather, had went in the flat, and really it was just that cornerback had to make a decision, and he went to the short guy, and ultimately he was wide open, but I don't think he thought that Kaufman could throw it that far. And he hit it in a slow motion and waited, then he looked like, oh, wait, damn, he can throw it that far. Threw it 10 yards over his head.
3rd down and 5 now for the Wildfire. 6:35 left to go, opening half. Here's Kaufman again. Kaufman rolling to his right. Here comes the blitz from the backside and brought down from the backside. It's Cody Irwin again. And Kaufman did get rid of it. As they're going to say, it's incomplete, so a heady play there by Kaufman. But that'll bring up a 4th and 5 now for the Wildfire and their head coach, Nate Zachman.
I just gained a yard on the incompletion as they moved it up
from
the 36 to the 35.
Okay.
But ultimately, he rolled out to his right side, and there was nobody open. So you call that a coverage sack for the Holsteins. And then the quarterback heady play by Kaufman as he was going to be just about brought down by Irwin from the backside and Klatt, and he got rid of it.
Kaufman again at the helm, running the quarterback spot for the Wildfire. Kaufman, straight drop, looking right, pump fake. He throws it out there. He's got Gelbert wide open. Gelbert caught, and Gelbert into the end zone. Touchdown, the Wildfire. 4th and 5. A 36-yard touchdown pass from Kaufman to Gelbert, and the Wildfire are on the board.
Well, I don't know what part of 80-play script that was, but it was a good one. As they had, and the reason it was successful, Scott, is the line gave him time. The guys up front in Doe, Manolovitz and Ernst, they gave him time and allowed him to set up and throw the pass because they had 2 guys in that deep middle zone, and Root had to pick a side, and he picked the middle, and instead it was on that right or the other side. It was it was Jalbert who was the one who was wide open.
So here comes a 2-point conversion for the Wildfire as Kaufman barks out the signals. Kaufman looks, he throws it into and he overthrows Jalbert in the corner of the end zone with 6:18 to go here in the opening half of play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's the Holsteins 12, the Wildfire 6. Back after this Hubbard National Insurance timeout on the field.
This North Dakota High School football playoff presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by these local sponsors: Rude's Mobile, Farmers Union Insurance Brad Greff, the Touchdown Club of Mott-Regent, Cardinal Insurance Alex Aldinger, the Napa Auto Store of New Salem, and Nodak Mutual Insurance Scott Wilkins. Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network to stay up to date with all things high school athletics in Western North Dakota. PSP Network, it's game day.
Well, a much-needed touchdown there for the Wildfire as they get on the board on a big touchdown pass. And they trail this one 12-6 on the BNC Bank National scoreboard. Here's kick, and it's going to be fielded back at the 10, 15, and falling forward to the 20 on the return is Kane Grinsteiner. So the Holsteins with 6:13 to play here in the opening half will take the football, leading this one 12-6 on the BNC Bank National scoreboard.
Well, that was a 60-yard drive, Scott, 7 plays, 3 minutes and 2 seconds, and it's exactly what you said. You had a great comment there where you said, hey, it's been a New Salem-dominated football game, but yet, man, Mott-Regent is right in it. And, of course, one big play there, and they turned around, and now they're only down a touchdown.
We got to get New England in there, too, my friend.
Mott-Regent, New England.
Yep.
Do I got to say New Salem Almont every time, too?
Yeah, NSA.
NSA, okay.
Yeah, there we go.
MRNE.
Here's Irwin on the carry as he angles left, cuts back inside, does Irwin, and he's going to be stood up for a short gain. Now they're going to give him a couple as they spot this one out to the 22-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Holsteins.
He's kind of limping off a little bit, Scott.
Irwin?
Yeah, he's been on the field the entire time. He's probably a little bit tired too. But
second down and 8 now for the Holsteins.
Well, I think there was a fumble, Scott.
As they throw it. I didn't see that one. I was
completed.
We had some computer issues here. So it's
Wyatt
Kuhn.
Yeah, and a quick hitter on that outside. Kuhn caught it, turned upfield. He got hit, and he fumbled it, but he was fortunate to the ball just kind of dribbled out of his hands. He was able to bring it back in.
Wyatt Kuhn, his 19th reception of the season. First time he's caught one here.
Just a freshman.
Yeah. And, boy, I tell you what, he's got some size, 6'3", 180, as the Holsteins are faced with the 3rd down and 3 with 5 minutes to play here in the opening half. Been a quick first half here from New Salem. As Wolding sends receivers left and right, ball spotted left hash. Wolding's going to keep it, cuts to the outside. Wolding's still on his feet. He's got the 1st down and more as he's out to the 33, 34-yard line, goes quarterback Ty Wolding.
Nice hip action there by Wolding as he went to the right, kind of cut back to his left, cut back to his right. And then, A.J. Hines introduced himself to Nate Kaufman.
Did he?
He just went right over the top of him. Gave him a little 2-arm shiver right in the chest. Kaufman went right, called it a pancake.
And I'm guessing he didn't say excuse me
No,
either,
he did
he?
not.
No.
He just,
First
You're
down
in
and
my
10
way.
now for the Holsteins. Wolding out of the gun. Wolding goes left, and Wolding picks up a bunch on that carry. He's out to the 40. Down to the 41-yard line goes Ty Wolding on the carry.
Ran over the top of the sophomore Jaron Rafferty as he made the tackle on his back.
Play
Held on
comes
for
in
D-life.
from the sidelines.
31 yards on 4 carries for Wolding. He's got 31. Irwin's got 37. Rude's got 37. Norton's got 15. We talked about 4 different guys.
Just the balance they have on that offense. I'll tell you what, that goes a long way.
Yeah.
On 2nd down and 3, here's Wolding. Barks out the signals. Wolding fakes it. He's going to keep it coming right. Straight up. He's got room 45-50. Breaks a tackle. He's into Wildfire territory. And he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And that time, Brock Alis makes a stop, but they just went right behind A.J. Hines, and Wolding takes it into Wildfire territory. It'll be 1st down and 10 with 3:51 left to go here in the opening half.
21-yard run, just a quick hitter, Scott, as he took that snap in the shotgun or pistol formation, and he was going forward already when he got the play and went right behind Hines in a huge hole.
Wolding on 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Wolding, he gives it to Brock Norton. Norton breaking tackles straight up the middle, and Norton all the way down to the 30-yard line goes the freshman Brock Norton on a good gain there, near close to 1st down yardage. Heather makes a stop. They're going to say it's a gain of 9, so it'll be 2nd down and 1 for the Holsteins.
What I'm seeing right now, Scott, is a lot of arm tackles. They got to get down lower. You can't tackle these guys up high. I mean, they're big dudes, 170, 185, 170. I mean, big, strong kids. So you've got to go down from the waist below to bring those guys down.
2nd down and short, 2nd down and 1 for the Holsteins. Wolding, they hand off to Norton, coming right, breaks a tackle, angles back inside, bowls his way, runs over one defender. He's at 20, and he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. Goes Brock Norton, an impressive run by the freshman there. Rhett Miller making the stop for the Wildfire, but the Holsteins are knocking on the door. They'll have it 1st and goal to go from the 10-yard line, leading this one 12-6 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Well, how many times, Scott, have we seen today broken tackles? I mean, it's yards after the initial hit is what's happening a lot, because Mott-Regent, New England, they have guys in the spots they're supposed to be. They're just not making the tackles.
You call those yards after the run? Here's
Irwin.
Yep. Cody Irwin angling left, gets down to the 5-yard line. Rhett Miller on the stop there. Give him a gain of 5 as the Holsteins appear they're going to try to punch one more in here before the halftime break, as they're going to have it 2nd down and goal to go. And it looks like it's about the 5-yard line from our vantage point. It's ball spot on the far side from us.
Yeah, they're going to want to – if it took them 3 more plays to get in, I think Coach Klein would say, all right, I'm okay with that. There'd be no time left on the clock.
Is Wolding. He's going to keep it coming right. Cuts inside. Wolding to the goal line. Ball comes out. And what's the call here?
It's got to be a fumble, Scott. I couldn't see if he was across the goal line. This is what the officials are going to say. They're going to say it's down in the end zone. So a fumble by Wolding and a recovery by Talon Binstock as Wolding got hit right at about the 1-yard line, and it popped into the end zone. So holy cow.
Well,
you talk about a change of
events here, as Old Mo has just turned as a big defensive play for the Wildfire. As Wolding appeared he was going to tack on 6 more, and a big defensive play there. And now the Wildfire will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
That could be the play of the game right now.
It sure
the Jobbers move of the game potentially on that one.
Yep, remember that one with 1:44 to go here in the opening quarter. The Wildfire have the football. Manolovitz under center. He's back in at quarterback. They give it Kaufman coming left. Kaufman's got the room. He's at angle 30, 35. It's a foot race, 40, 45. He's at midfield. He's at the 40, 35, and he's run out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Dylan Rude chased him down. And don't look now, but the Wildfire are in Holstein territory. They have it first down and 10. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Do you think maybe, Scott, there was a New Salem one play kind of feeling sorry for themselves on that play and just a simple handoff to Kaufman going to his left, and he kicked it outside, hit it into fourth gear, picks up 45 yards on that play.
Clock stops with 1:33 to play. First down and 10 for the Wildfire from the Holstein 35-yard line. Manolovitz under center. He's looking for something there. Now he finds a loose play. And the pass is complete at the 30-yard line. And on the reception there was Heather. As I don't know that Heather was supposed to get the football, but he made something out of nothing. And he picked up 5 yards. It'll be second down and 5.
I think it was supposed to be a handoff.
It appeared that way.
It was supposed to be a handoff.
But Kaufman didn't know anything about it, apparently, and neither did Rafferty know anything about it.
So what a job by Manolovitz is he just kind of went, okay, I guess I'll go the other way. And he looks over, and Heather's wide open in that flat. He hits him. They pick up positive yardage.
Heather not supposed to be an option, but he was the third option there.
Right.
Second down and 5. Ball spotted on the 30-yard line. Manolovitz under center. I backfield behind him. This time Kaufman gets it, cuts to the outside, trying to get to the edge, turns upfield. Couple men to beat, angles to the sideline, and pushed out of bounds. At the 20-yard line goes Nathan Kaufman by Ty Wolding. That'll be a first down. The clock stops. They move the chains. It'll be first and 10 from the 20-yard line for the Wildfire.
Well, how about this change of momentum here late in this first half, Scott, as we were talking about, hey, the would-be touchdown and want to go late. Hopefully it's, no time left on the clock, and instead they get that fumble recovery, and they have 3 big runs by Kaufman.
1:14 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard, 12-6, Holstein's lead. Wildfire trying to add to their 6 more to their total, and we're going to have a penalty.
A motion by Heather. Hey, I'm looking at the as Manolovitz gets in under center. He's so low in a squat. Big Phil, if you and I got down in that position,
there's no way.
We wouldn't be it'd be a timeout to get up.
There's no way.
He's in a full squat with his butt almost touching the ground.
We'd have to ask Jared Lundeen, one of our sponsors, to come out with some grease to get that body back up and going. So another addition to the Tires Plus ads. Maybe you and I and the quarterbacks done like that. Nonetheless, here we go. First and 15. Now that ball spotted on the 25-yard line. Kaufman dots the I behind Manolovitz. Manolovitz rolling to his right. Sets. Throws across the middle. That's going to be picked off. Bat at the 5-10. 20, 25, and run down at the 26-yard line. And on the interception, that was Kane Grinsteiner. And Manolovitz, he threw that a little too far to his right as he had a guy coming across the middle.
He did.
Appeared to be open, Chuck.
He was open, and then he just, like you said, it just floated on him, Scott. And Grinsteiner was playing the middle of the field, and he was almost like a fair catch, as I know that he's frustrated himself, Manolovitz, because that was a play, as you mentioned. I couldn't see if it was Gelbert coming from the backside as he was open.
So we'll see what Luke Stern elects to do here with a minute to play. Ball spotted on their own 26-yard line as they've got the wind at their back to the Holsteins. They will get the ball coming out of the timeout. They run a little fake reverse, and Cody Irwin on the carry, angle to the far sideline, and good pursuit there by the Wildfires. They drag Irwin down at the 30-yard line, and leading the charge was Heather for the Wildfire, and the clock continues to wind at 38 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. So it appears the Holsteins probably not going to get too fancy here, deep in their own territory.
Remember that play, Scott, because next time it could be not the fake reverse, but the true reverse.
Exactly. Wolding, he's going to keep it. Coming near side. Now he cuts inside. Stiff arms one guy. He's across the 40 down to the 42-yard line. And
I'm calling a timeout.
Yeah, I think he just did. I think there was a quick, but the clock stops because they moved the chains. But the play quickly in from the sideline of the Holsteins. And now they wind the clock at 17 seconds to play. Holstein's got to go quick. First down and 10. Ball spotted on their own 41-yard line. Wolding. This time they give it to Irwin going left, and Irwin's going to be brought down as he gets it to the 45. And that's going to end the opening half of play here from New Salem, North Dakota on the BNC National Bank scoreboard at halftime. It is the Holsteins 12. Oh, wait now. Oh, okay, I stand corrected.
Was there a penalty?
No, there was not a penalty, but the horn.
Well, it had to be.
No, they're going to say.
Because the ball. Oh, yeah, the ball got to the 45-yard line. What, did they get a timeout then? Is that called a hometown clock, Scotty?
They must have called a timeout just as he was down as the Holstein. Yeah, they did. So that's a Hub International Insurance timeout. Contact your local Hub agents, Leif Olson and Josh Cattell, for your personal insurance needs. Hub International Insurance, as the Holsteins come to the sideline with 1 second to play here on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 12-6 our score.
So Coach K, he's a true head coach. I can't see who's in there calling the offensive plays.
That's Nate Stern.
Is that Stern?
Yep,
Okay.
he's their offensive coordinator. So, Luke Stern, yep, as he's the one that calls all the plays for the Holsteins.
Well, Coach K can't do it all. He mows the grass. He paints the field.
He
does it all.
The only thing Coach K does in this game, he just paces.
Is that what he does?
He just paces. You think Gibby walks. Look at Coach. So here we go. This will be the last play of the opening half. 1st and 10, or second down, I stand corrected, for the Holsteins as they pitch it back. Rude, as they got a man. That's Kuhn open, and Kuhn goes up and catches the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Oh, a shoestring tackle at just shy of the 10-yard line, and a big play avoided there as he did a pitch pass. And what a tackle there by not Dylan Rude, but that would be Brock Alis of the Wildfire, and that's going to end the opening half of play here from New Salem. On the BNC Bank scoreboard as we go to break, the Holsteins 12, the Wildfire 6. Back with our halftime show after this timeout as you're listening to State 9-Man Football on the PSP Network.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zzz, zzz?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Purchase 4 eligible Firestone tires and receive up to $120 in a prepaid Visa gift card. Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
If your eyes could talk, they'd tell you life is better with LASIK. No more reaching for your glasses. No more dry eye from overwearing your contact lenses. Right now, Bismarck LASIK is offering free consultations for LASIK procedures. Break free from the daily hassles and expenses of glasses and contacts. Life is clearly better. Book your free consultation today with Bismarck LASIK and see the difference. Call 222-2020 or schedule online at bismarcklasik.com.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
This North Dakota High School Football Playoff presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by these local sponsors: Rude's Mobile, Farmers Union Insurance Brad Greff, the Touchdown Club of Mott-Regent, Cardinal Insurance Alex Aldinger, the Napa Auto Store of New Salem, and Nodak Mutual Insurance Scott Wilkins. Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network to stay up to date with all things high school athletics in Western North Dakota. PSP Network, it's game day.
Welcome back to... Yeah, how about that? See, Chuck? That's what happens.
We got a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
Producing now. People could only see us behind the scenes, all the junk we got going on in here.
I stand corrected, you folks that tuned in. Glad to have you aboard on the PSP Network there. That is the quarter. Now we got the quarter correct, but now, Chuck, since the second quarter is over with, we're just going to move this right to the third quarter.
Perfect.
So we don't have to worry about that when we come back in. So we want to thank Nick Holberg, I guess the executive producer of this show, as we are at halftime here from New Salem, where the Holsteins lead on the BNC Bank scoreboard 12-6 in a I don't know what you want to call that, Chuck, in that opening half. Was it a defensive battle? It certainly was an offensive battle, but really I guess it was more probably a big play battle as both teams making some big plays towards the end of that half.
Yeah, it was a turnover battle to me is what it ended up being, is both teams have put the ball on the carpet or the grass a couple times, so there's a fumble on each team, there's interception on each team, and really those have been kind of the driving force on each side of this. So, but it's a very entertaining game, to say the least, as the teams, even there's some big hits, there's some big blocks, there's some big plays, and there's definitely all these cars that are parked and facing. Hey, all I can think of is if the lights didn't work and it was night, hey, just put your headlights on, we'll be okay.
Well, I'm guessing, that's part of the program anyways, is that those lights do come on. As let's give you other action going on around the state today. On the 9-man side, is we did have some updates. We'll try to get you more as well. We'll look through those while Chuck is given the halftime stats. Is Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion was leading Mayport CG in the first half there. Hettinger, Scranton, and Grant County Flash are doing battle down in Hettinger. Bottineau and the North Prairie Cougars up in Bottineau, Nelson County and St. John. That one was underway as well. And was Divide County and Lewis and Clark. The winner of this one will get the winner of that one. And Cavalier and Winemere Lidgerwood doing battle in Surrey was leading Ray Powers Lake in that one. On the Class B side, on the 11B side of things, Hillsborough, Central Valley, and Lisbon doing battle. Central Cass and Harvey Wells County. Bishop Ryan and Hazen, that one will be tonight at Herb Parker Stadium. You'll be able to hear that one on the PSP Network. Beulah and Velva Garrison. On the lower half of that 11B side, Kindred and Thompson, Langdon area, Edmore, Munich, and Oaks, and then Bowman County and Nedrose, and Delax, Burlington, and Shiloh Christian. And the majority of those games have gotten underway. But both teams here, Chuck, tied up in a battle, and it sets up. It should be an interesting second half of play here.
Well, I think there's a lot of people were thinking, hey, 55-12, the first matchup, this is going to be an absolute blowout. But right now, the Wildfire is showing, hey, they did a lot of bending. They broke a couple times, but ultimately that big stop and that fumble on the goal line really kind of turned things around potentially. When you think of it, it easily could have been the 18-22 or something to 0 or to 6 in that case. And now the NSA Holsteins are getting the football to start that second half. So I would tell you, momentum, if I look at it, it's on the Wildfire side to start the second half.
Yeah, there's no question, as the Holsteins will get the football to start the second half. We're at halftime here in New Salem. We're on a BNC Bank scoreboard. The Holsteins lead the Wildfire 12-6. We come back. Chuck Claremont will have a look at our first half numbers. You're listening to the state 9-man football playoffs on the PSP Network. Back with more after this timeout.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
At Schatz Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day. so you can smother your dinner salad with it. Dip those crispy golden French fries in it and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
This North Dakota High School Football Playoff presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by these local sponsors: Rude's Mobile, Farmers Union Insurance Brad Greff, the Touchdown Club of Mott-Regent, Cardinal Insurance Alex Aldinger, the Napa Auto Store of New Salem, and Nodak Mutual Insurance Scott Wilkins. Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network to stay up to date with all things high school athletics in Western North Dakota.
Welcome back to New Salem on the BNC Bank scoreboard. At the break, it's the Holsteins leading the Wildfire at 12-6 for a look at the first half numbers. Here's Chuck.
All right, thanks, Scott. Let's start with Mott-Regent. New England Wildfire defense or offense. Nate Kaufman, he has been the workhorse in this first half. He's got 17 carries for 70 yards. Now the big one was the 45-yarder to basically late in that first half for the Wildfire. Jaron Rafferty has 2 carries for 8 yards, and Gelbert has 1 carry for 7 yards. Throwing the football is Cole Manalovitz, as he's kind of been switching back and forth with Kaufman playing quarterback, but Manalovitz, wow, are you kidding me? Manalovitz, he has thrown 4 times. He's completed 3 of them for 19 yards. He has 1 interception. That was late as they were driving in that last drive of the first half. That interception was to Grinsteiner. And then Nate Kaufman from a quarterback spot, he's 2 of 5 for 40 yards for the Wildfire. The 5 completions, 2 of them went to Jalbert for 40 yards, including a 33-yard touchdown pass that Kaufman threw. Matt Heather has 2 catches for 12 yards, and then Talon Binstock has 1 catch for 7 for the Wildfire. For the New Salem Almont Holstings, Ty Wolding, the quarterback, has 8 carries for 88 yards. His longest is 21. He's got a 21-yard carry, a 20-yard carry, and a 12-yarder. So he's averaging 11 yards a run is the quarterback, Ty Wolding. Brock Norton's got 3 carries for 24 yards. Cody Irwin has 6 for 49, including a 35-yard touchdown run. And then Dylan Rude also has just 1 carry for 37 yards. That was a touchdown run as well. Ty Wolding 2 of 4 throwing the football today for 8 yards as a 3-yard completion and a 5-yard completion. And then Rude to end the first half, a little pitch around to Rude. He threw a 45-yarder to Weston Kuhn, who was tackled at the 10-yard line to end the first half. So Dylan Rude has 1 catch for 3 yards. Wyatt Kuhn has 1 catch for 5, and Weston Kuhn has 1 catch for 45. For the team statistics, it was 18 rushes for New Salem in the first half. New Salem Almont for 198 yards, so over 10 yards a crack for the Holsteins in that first half. Mott-Regent in New England had 20 rushes for 85 yards, so 3 completions, 55 yards passing, 5 completions for 59 yards passing for Mott. So when we look at total plays in the first half, it's very similar. 23 plays for 251 yards for New Salem Almont, and then 29 plays for Mott-Regent New England for 144 yards, so 251 to 144. 2 fumbles for New Salem, one was lost. 1 fumble for Mott, they lost that one too. New Salem did not punt the first half. Mott-Regent New England punted twice for a 20.5 average. Just 2 penalties. I think that was really one of the nice parts of the first half too, is a cleanly played from a penalty perspective, just 1 on each team. A holding play for New Salem and an offsides for Mott. 6 first downs for the Holsteins, 5 for the Wildfire, and then 3 sacks, 2 of those by Cody Irwin, 1 by Evan Borneman, and then 3 tackles for losses, as we mentioned, big number 50, A.J. Hines, and then also an interception. We'll give that to Grinsteiner from the Holstein side, and then Alis had an interception for the Mott-Regent, New England. I just got to write somewhere on it. It's the Wildfire and it's the Holsteins. And I can go by that, and I think I'm okay then.
Yeah, the Wildfire and the Holsteins. That's right.
Okay, so there we go. We're at the half, Scotty. It's 12-6.
Well, I can give you an update here as Hillsborough Central Valley blows out Lisbon 43-8. I think that's on the
11.
On the 11 side. Yep. As Central Cass leading Harvey Wells County as well. We'll get you more as we're about ready to kick this one off here to start the second half. As glad to have you aboard on the PSP network as we await the kick to start quarter number 3 as Kaufman, why not? He does it all for the Wildfire. He's going to kick it away, and Kaufman, low driving kick, and it's going to be returned. That is going to be Grinsteiner to 25. Still in the move, breaks, shakes and bakes at the 30, and he's ripped out of bounds at the 33-yard line. And on the stop there was Joe Geertz for the Wildfire. So the Holsteins take over 1st and 10 from their own. Oh, where do they spot that? 33?
Yep.
33-yard line.
We'll see if they can take a little momentum from that long pass to end the first half. They can carry it over into the second half.
Yep, as Wolding comes out, they go slot left. This time he goes under center. Now they're going to motion Rude. They toss it. Rude going left. Tucks it under. He's little juke and jive move there, and Rude runs a long ways there to pick up 3 yards, run out of bounds by Alis as he came all the way from the right side, near sideline to the far sideline, and picks up 4 yards, 3 yards there to the 36-yard line.
Well, the PA announcer called it a couple 3. A couple 3 yards on the run, Scott.
Yeah. As here we go, 2nd down and 7. Wolding under center. Now they motion Rude. Ball spotted left hash. They fake the toss to him. They give it to Norton over the left side, and Norton across the 40 down to the 41-yard line. Rhett Miller on the stop there for the Wildfire.
He just flipped him up. He came flying up from his safety spot. We talked about going down low. I promise you, Coach Zachman talked to his team and said, guys, enough of this patty cake tackling up high. We got to go down low, and that's exactly what Rhett Miller did. Just completely flipped him up in the air.
So the Holsteins on 3rd down and 2 from their own 41-yard line. Wolding barks out the signals. High snap. He hands off. Irwin going left. He breaks. He's got the first down and more across the 45 out to the 47-yard line goes Cody Irwin, and they'll move the chains. It'll be a 1st down.
A good hard run just off left tackle behind Levi Becker. Or off guard, I should say, 9-man. It's Becker, and then Wyatt Kuhn was playing that left tight end spot. It was a good block.
10:57 to go, 3rd quarter play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 12-6, the Holsteins lead the Wildfire. 1st and 10 for Wolding from his own 47-yard line. Wolding hands off Norton, coming right, cuts back up the middle. Norton keeps his feet moving, and he's into Wildfire territory, brought down at the 44-yard line. Nope, they're going to spot. Well, they're going to, yeah, we'll say the 44. It's just off the 45 and close to the 44. Ethan Olson makes a stop there for the Wildfire from Mott-Regent, New England.
Yeah, he had a hold of the jersey, and he just hung on almost like he was skating, saying, take me for a ride.
2nd down and 2, a gain of 8 there for the Holsteins. Wolding, hands off. Norton coming near side. Cuts back inside. Bounce off one tackle. Another tackle. Norton still on the move. Norton across the 35 down to the 33-yard line goes Brock Norton.
Hard.
And he's running hard.
Yeah, and Olson with another tackle. The freshman in here now in this second half and bounced off a couple tackles. That was Brock Norton. And it just to keep these guys fresh, you know. I mean, it's one thing when you only have to run the ball 15 times a game or 10 to 15. It keeps your legs a lot fresher.
So the Holsteins putting together a prototypical demon drive as in the backfield getting the handoff now. That was Ethan Meyer as he picks up some good yardage over that left side as he's out across the 25.
He said, let me get a part of the fun show. now
the
gets
30, I should say.
As he now gets a carry, his first carry of the football game for Meyer.
They spotted it around the, we'll call it the 27-yard line. 9:15 to go as everything's been on the ground now for the Holsteins going into that stiff wind blowing out of the southeast. Wolding hands off. Norton coming left, cuts inside, breaks one tackle. Norton's still on the move, and he's going to be tripped up. Down at the 15-yard line goes Brock Norton. Matt Heather makes the stop there. And boy, Chuck, the Holsteins have found something as Norton carrying a majority of the load here on this drive to start quarter number 3.
Yeah, he's got 3 carries in this second half for 26 yards. He's just running hard, and I like just a good quick cut. He stuck that right foot in the ground, cut back it up the middle, picked up another first down.
First down and 10 from the 16-yard line. Meyer again going left, and Meyer getting into the action. Rhett Miller makes a stop.
It just that the coach has found something successful. The fake handoff to the first back through, then you bring the guy on the right side. This time it's Norton again as you bring him over to the left side. And so Becker and Pittman just kind of double team the nose guard, Alex Doe, and when they bring him around, he's just got a wide open hole.
Second out and 8 from the 14-yard line. 8:15 to play here. There's Irwin going left, and Irwin's tripped up, I think, just shy of the first down at around the 15-yard line or the 10-yard line after a gain of 4. So it'll be third down. Now they spot it.
I think it's at the 10. Yeah, they're
at the 10-yard line.
It's just straight ahead. You talked about it. It's kind of from the Bismarck perspective. The Patriots kind of now doing it. Now took in over this year is, hey, we're just going to play smash mouth football. Come out of the half.
Wolding's going to keep it off the fake. Goes over the left side. He's got the first down. He's starting to spin off tacklers, and he drags him down near the goal line. Does Ty Wolding, and he's going to pick up the first down. So it'll be first and goal to go.
Well, notice, too, Wolding, he's ran through so many tackles. It's hard to bring him down. But I'm sure in the first half the coaches were saying, hey, go ahead and try to punch the football out. They did that last time he got this close. He had 2 hands over the football.
So first down and goal to go from the 4. Wolding keeps it, goes straight ahead. It appears he's in. Yes, he is, as the touchdown signal comes up. And the Holsteins on a big drive. Boy, they use up almost 6 minutes here on that drive, and they take it down, march one in, and they lead 18-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, that was just a picture-perfect drive if you're a coach coming out at halftime saying, hey, we're going to take it. We're just going to run smash mouth football. We're going to run it 67 yards, and we're going to take 11 plays, and they're all going to be runs. And all right, hey, ready, break.
2-point conversion attempt coming up, and Irwin getting the handoff, and Irwin takes it in. 2-point conversion is good. 7:15 to go, quarter number 3. Holsteins 20, Wildfire 6. Back with more on the PSP Network after this timeout.
The North Dakota Safety Council is dedicated to preventing injuries and saving lives by offering hundreds of safety courses. The NDSC helps workers return home safely every night and make sure schools are ready for any emergency. Our first aid training and defensive driving courses help save lives. We empower people through personal protection courses and operational risk assessments for businesses. We're a private, nonprofit organization committed to making North Dakota's homes, schools, communities, workplaces, and roads the safest in the nation. Learn more at ndsc.org.
Well, 20-6, the Holsteins lead it after that touchdown and 2-point conversion. And they are set to kick it off as the Wildfire will touch the football for the first time here in this third quarter of play. It's afternoon's game brought to you in part by the Medicine Shop. They're proud to support local athletics. The Medicine Shop offers free delivery, and you can get your flu shot at the Medicine Shop. Also, reminder, our Planning Team Financials post-game show coming up. We'll have our Sport Clips MVP of the game. Sport Clips brings you the MVP of this matchup. They're located at South 3rd Street and is the home of the MVP haircut experience. Sport Clips on the return for that is Joe Gertz for the Wildfire, and the Wildfire will take over 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line, trailing this one 26 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. BNC National Bank, the bank for business people.
You know, we got, I think, one of our biggest fans, Kirk Olson's hanging out in Bismarck, watching us, giving us some updates.
Oh.
KO. I don't know.
KO.
We got, what the heck?
Whoa.
Who's Nick watching?
Nick Jolliffe in town as well. Boy, I tell you what, all the stars come out in 9-man football. Kaufman, he's going to run the show again. They option. Kaufman keeps it, breaks a tackle, reverses his direction from right to left, and drags tacklers across the 35-yard line, goes Nathan Kaufman. Ty Wolding makes a stop. They'll give him a gain of 5. That'll be 2nd down and 5. They spot the ball at the 36-yard line. 6:46 left to go here in the BNC Bank scoreboard. Holsteins lead 26.
The Bison just got an update. They're down 10-0 after 1 to Missouri State.
Ooh. Boy, yeah, you wouldn't announce that score had it been the other way around, I can tell you that.
Come on now.
2nd down, and they're calling it 6. Kaufman back to pass across the middle. He's got a man. Ooh, Cotton dropped at the 45-yard line as that was in and out of the hands of Nathan. No, that was actually Binstock, as I think he heard footsteps at the 45, and he dropped the football. Otherwise, that would have been a big play there for the Wildfire.
Went right up the seam, Scott, in between the two cornerbacks, Grinsteiner and Rude, and you're totally right. Rude was coming from his left right in his face, and he juggled the football and could not come up with it.
So 3rd down and 6 to go for the Wildfire. 6:22 left to go, 3rd quarter of play. Kaufman at the quarterback spot. He's got receivers left and right. Kaufman back to pass, looking right. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket, getting chased from the backside. He gets rid of it, throws downfield, intended for Gelbert, and incomplete and out of bounds at the Holstein 45-yard line. Dylan Rude on the coverage there for the Holsteins, so that'll bring up a 4th down situation for the Wildfire, and it appears, a punt situation for Mott-Regent New England.
Yeah, I would suspect that's what's going to happen. As a quarterback, Kaufman rolled out to his right, and there was nobody open. They're running deep patterns, too, so it's taken time for these guys to get open. And you're talking 15, 20-yard out routes. Good defense there by the cornerback, Dylan Rude.
Gelbert to kick it away. High kick, and this one's going to go out of bounds. The question is going to be where.
Still walking backwards. That Beekler?
Yeah,
or
it
Beeler,
is.
I mean.
Brian Beeler, as he spots it at what appears to be the 37-yard line, and that's where the Holsteins will take over. Remember our Planning Team Financials postgame show, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession. Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit us online at planningteam.com. 1st and 10 for the Holsteins from the 37-yard line. Wolding's going to send 2 receivers to his left, and Kuhn, that's Wyatt, comes wide right. Ball spotted right hash. Wolding barks out the signals. Wolding, they fake the hand. Oh, they give the handoff, and on the carry, that's Weston Kuhn in the backfield. Kuhn bulldozing tacklers as he's got the 1st down and more out near midfield, and they're going to spot it right at midfield as they move the 6'4", 225-pound tight end into the backfield, and he picks up a 1st down and more.
Man, he's 6'4", and he's towering over the Mott-Regent guys. It's almost like he's playing, grade school, and when you're playing Cream the Carrier against that big kid, that looked like it was on that play.
I'm guessing he might get it again. They motion Rude. No, Mood, he gets the handoff, turns upfield, 40, 35, jukes and jive at the 30, 25, and spun out of bounds at the 23-yard line goes Dylan Rude on that jet sweep by the Holsteins. And another big play there, move the chains, 1st down, and the Holsteins are on the move again.
There's so many options. It's such a difficult to key on one person because you can't, and they're running, fake handoffs, they're running jet sweeps, they're running reverse, pitch passes, all these different things. So you talk about Kaufman open up the offense, Scott. Well, Coach, I can't even give Kleingen credit. Coach Stern is open up the offense on the New Salem side.
Coach Kleingen won't like that. You didn't give him credit.
I can't give him credit? Okay.
Yeah, they hand off on the carry. Norton spinning off tacklers. Norton to the end zone and touchdown Holsteins. Brock Norton The freshman taking it over. What do we have there? What was that, Chuck? 35?
23 yards.
23 yards.
Norton with the run. Just throw that in there. As he got hit about the 10-yard line, did a complete 360, spun around, shed that tackler, then got into the end zone. So the freshman with the 23-yard touchdown run.
2-point conversion awaits as Walding keeps it, goes straight up the middle, angles right, now back left, spins, rolls over, and yep, it is good. So, 5:30 left to go, 2 possessions for the Holsteins. Well, they put it in zone twice on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 5.5 to go, quarter number 3. Holsteins 28, Wildfire 6. Back with more after this timeout as you're listening to the 9-man state playoff football on the PSP Network.
This North Dakota High School Football Playoff presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by these local sponsors: Rude's Mobile, Farmers Union Insurance Brad Greff, the Touchdown Club of Mott-Regent, Cardinal Insurance Alex Aldinger, the Napa Auto Store of New Salem, and Nodak Mutual Insurance Scott Wilkins. Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network to stay up to date with all things high school athletics in Western North Dakota. PSP Network, it's game day.
The Norton touchdown, the Walding 2-point conversion, and the Holsteins have extended their lead here this afternoon on the BNC Bank scoreboard. On the return for the Holsteins, that's Gertz again, and a pretty good return there.
Hey, I like the idea of, hey, when you get to football, you go north and south. Joe Gertz, the definition of that one, Scott. He took that kind of high kick and caught it and went, it was perfect north and south. 2 hands over the ball, picked up about 10 yards on that play.
So here come the Wildfire as they will have the football, trailing this one 28-6 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Best possession or best field position of the day for the Wildfire.
As Kaufman goes under center. The lone back behind him is Jaron Rafferty. Kaufman. Rafferty gets it. He goes straight up the middle. As you said, that north to south running. He stood up shy of the 45. They'll spot at the 44. Levi Becker in there making the stop for the Holsteins.
Becker closed down that play quickly. Looked like he was going to be at a big hole, but boy, Becker just came crashing down from that left tackle spot.
4:59 left to play, quarter number 3 on the BNC Bank scoreboard, 28-6. As Kaufman goes under center. Rafferty, the lone back behind him. Kaufman rolling out. Kaufman flushed out of the pocket, rolling to his right, throws it over the top, and it's going to be incomplete, intended for Heather at midfield, and good coverage there by the Holsteins.
And 2 guys in the same spot as Heather was there, and so was Rhett Miller, and it looked like both of them were open, Scott. It looked like the defender from the Holsteins was standing right in between them, but the quarterback was kind of running for his dear life, and the ball just sailed on him.
And the Wildfire too, Chuck. They got to try to get back in this one, throwing the football because they got the wind. They're going to go into the wind in that fourth quarter.
Still blowing hard, Scott. I think it was 22 miles an hour, so pretty much sustained this whole game.
Here's a 3rd and 7 as Coach Kleingen didn't see, as that's going to be a Hub International Insurance timeout. We'll keep it right here. Call 355-3100 and ask for Michael Borman, your commercial insurance needs, as we'll try to get you in this timeout. Some more updates along the network there we got that one. Oh, I hate to tell you the Bison just got on the board.
Let me get you that score.
UND leading as well. I'm sure you know that one.
I don't.
17-10.
I got too much stuff going on here, Scott.
I know. As the Marauders fall with 10, MS Moritz scores with 10 seconds left.
Oh, ouch.
For a 35-31 win over Moorhead or over UMary.
It's an exciting brand of football, though, for the, Mary Marauders.
Yes, it is. Ooh, the DLB knocks off Shiloh Christian 14-7.
Ooh.
Big win there for Taylor Teskey and his club. As we're faced with a 3rd and 7 here are the Wildfire. Trailing this one 28-6 in the BNC Bank scoreboard. 4:40 left to play, third quarter. Kaufman back to pass. Kaufman, he's going to keep it. He's not going to go anywhere. And he is going to be wrapped up by Tayson Klatt, as Kaufman didn't fool anybody there, and it will be a loss of a couple back to the 43-yard line. We're bringing a 4th down and 7 to go, and we'll see what head coach Nate Zachman's going to elect to do here.
Yeah, you got to give him a sack. Is just good job of kind of staying within himself, pushed up field. Kaufman ran by him, turned around, released from his guy, and grabbed a hold of the legs, brought him down from behind. So the 4th sack of the game for the Holstein defense.
Appears he's going to go for it on 4th down and 8. He sends 2 receivers right, single receiver left. Kaufman at the quarterback spot. Holstein showing blitz. Here they come. Kaufman in the pocket. He's flushed. Kaufman. Now he's on the loose. Now he throws it underneath, and it's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver there, that was Binstock.
And they had Wolding all around him. And again, it was the rush again, Scott. He's got no time whatsoever. He's the linemen are on skates. They're just getting pushed back from Hines and Becker and Klatt, and then it seems like every time it's a long play like that, they're blitzing Irwin from the linebacker spot, and he's getting again in the face of the quarterback Kaufman. So
this afternoon's game brought to you in part by Tires Plus. When shopping for tires, shop Tires Plus. All brands under one roof at the guaranteed lowest prices, and their service after the sale with the Tires Plus plan. You can't go wrong with Tires Plus. Visit them online at TiresPlusND.com. Wolding barks out the signal on 1st and 10. He hands off, coming near side. Norton cuts upfield, 40, 35, breaking tackle, 30, 25, 20. Still on his feet is Norton, and Norton all the way down to the 10-yard line goes Brock Norton, and he was stiff-arming, dodging tackles, and kept the knees churning, in a big gain there as the Holsteins are knocking on the door. Once again, they'll have it 1st and 10 from the Wildfire 12-yard line.
Coach Kleingen's got to love that. You got a senior in Irwin, but he takes a look at Brock Norton, this freshman. He's going to have him for 3 more years after that big run of 31 yards.
Here comes Norton again over the right side, and Norton is tripped up. Appears he's got a couple he picked up some good yards. He's down. Where are they going to spot that, Chuck? At the 8?
Yeah, just inside the 10-yard line. I think you're right at 8-yard line,
the
Scott.
8-yard
so
line.
A good pickup at first down. On first down by Norton. Scott, he's got 9 carries, 108 yards. So the freshman has 108. Wolding has 98.
You know, Chuck, and the one thing you talk about, the Holsteins, Wolding, he's thrown it 97 times for 899 yards. They've hardly thrown the football this game.
4 times the first half. Haven't thrown it all the second half.
Here's Wolding, fakes. Now they give it to Irwin, and Irwin over the left side picks up a few. It is Cody Irwin, the 185-pound senior. Rafferty making the stop there, and he's going to be short of the first down, so to bring up a 3rd down and 3 to go, maybe 4 for that first down. Clock winds at 2:34, 28-6, Holsteins lead on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
And one thing, Rafferty, he's got 100 tackles on the season leading this Wildfire defense. We haven't heard his name a whole lot.
No, we have not.
They've picked him off a lot.
So they direct snap it to Norton, going left. Norton stiff arms one, bounces off another one, puts his head down, keeps going. He's got the first down. He's near the goal line. It's going to be 1st and goal to go from, it looks like, about the 2-yard line, if not the 1.
Boy, he is just so hard to bring down, Scott. As you said, a direct snap to Norton as he was kind of on that right side, and then he was following Cody Irwin's block. Irwin kicked his guy out. He turned upfield, but he had a guy right in his face at the line, at the point of attack, and he just pushed him out of the way and just bulldozed his way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, Norton's got to come out. He's got a flat tire, so he'll come out and
he's like, wait a minute.
Get that fixed. Yeah,
I'm the one who ran all the way to here.
I got you down here. Let's keep me in as Norton comes in, going in the backfield as well as Ethan Meyer. Wolding, and they're going to give it to Irwin going left. Irwin into the end zone. Touchdown, Holsteins from 1 yard out. Cody Irwin tack on 6 more, and the Holsteins lead it 34-6 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Cody Irwin says, hey, thanks, whoever took his shoe off, because I've got the footballs. And he ran one time on that drive, picked up the touchdown. So, boy, it's been a big second half of runs for this New Salem team. 3 touchdown runs on 3 drives for the Holsteins.
And here now they're going to attempt the 2-point conversion, which is very, very common in 9-man football. Is Wolding. Oh, they're going to throw it for the 2-pointer. They do, and it's going to be caught. Rude, corner of the end zone. Touchdown. 2-point conversion is good. 1:35 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's the Holsteins 36, the Wildfire 6. Back with more on the PSP network after this timeout.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust.
Like our convenient online banking.
Along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Well, off the ensuing touchdown kickoff as the Holsteins, the Wildfire return it out to the 31-yard line. And that's where Mott-Regent will start trailing this one 36-6 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Well, this has gone from a tight game, 12-6, to kind of a blowout at this point.
Yeah, it certainly is.
This is a pretty important drive.
Manolovitz in back at quarterback, Kaufman.ci. Kaufman gets it coming left, and he's not going to get much as he stopped shy of the 35, got to the 33-yard line. Goes Kaufman, stopped by Levi Becker.
You're just bragging now because you can say it now, Manolovitz.
Manolovitz, yes. Yeah, I'm just going to keep saying Manolovitz. Yeah, see? Exactly.
You say it how many times, right? You say it
and I should be able to get that, Chuck, because it's kind of like going back to the basketball days where you got Martinez, Andrew Skavicius. That one just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah,
Manolovitz, that's just going to roll off the tongue now.
Easy.
As he goes under center right now, again, Kaufman.ci on second down and about 7 to go. They give it Kaufman coming left, cuts inside, and good open field tackle there by the Holsteins. And making that tackle, that was Ty Wolding. And good run there, 2 by Kaufman. So to bring up a third down.
What I like what Wolding did, Scott, is he forced Kaufman to go back inside. He's playing outside linebacker, and that's what you cannot get anybody outside the boundary. He forced him to go inside, then he went hard down, grabbed him by the legs, and ripped him down.
Clock winds to 19 seconds to play. Now they motion Heather from left to right. Manolovitz under center. Manolovitz back to pass. He's looking right. He overthrows it, and trying to make that pick was Kane Grinsteiner. As
he needed about 3 more inches.
He needed 3 more inches, and
he's 5'7". He's got a pick.
Yep, and that is going to end the third quarter of play here from New Salem, North Dakota. On the BNC Bank scoreboard, it is the Holsteins 36, the Wildfire 6. We'll be back for the fourth and final quarter after this timeout. You're listening to the State 9-Man Football Playoffs on the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
This North Dakota High School Football Playoff presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by these local sponsors. Rudes Mobile, Farmers Union Insurance Brad Greff, the Touchdown Club of Mott-Regent, Cardinal Insurance Alex Aldinger, the Napa Auto Store of New Salem, and Nodak Mutual Insurance Scott Wilkins. Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network to stay up to date with all things high school athletics in Western North Dakota.
Well, the Wildfire go for it on 4th down and 5, and getting in that backfield was Cody Irwin for the sack on Kaufman, and the Holsteins will take over 1st and 10 from their own, we'll call it the 26-yard line. They lead this one 36-6 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
So that's
Chuck
Irwin,
Claremont.
give the sack to Irwin.
Yep. Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodmansey, John Samuelson with you from New Salem, North Dakota, as the Holsteins come out, leading this one as they hand off. Norton going right, and Norton is pile-driven backwards. And a big stick there. That was by, nope, I think that was, yep, that was, is that Rhett Miller?
Yep. He's the one that ran over the top of him after he hit him. He stepped on him, so I'm assuming that he was the guy that got the tackle.
Well, I think it was Kaufman, actually. Kaufman, the linebacker on that side.
So then Rhett Miller just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay.
4th quarter underway here as the Holsteins lead this one. Is Wolding back to pass. Holstein's going to throw it. He's got a man out there. It's caught. Kuhn stiff arm in the end zone. Touchdown, Weston Kuhn from 25 yards out. They slip the tight end out underneath and tack on 6 more as the Holsteins starting to put the nail into the coffin here from New Salem, North Dakota.
Did you say put the nail into the coffin?
Coffin.
Oh, I said the coffin.
I thought did I say Kaufman?
No, you didn't. I'm just
kidding.
No,
I thought into
that
the
was
coffin.
a good play, a drop-back pass by Wolding, and you said they've had Kuhn basically blocking this entire game, and Weston Kuhn went straight up the field, and there was nobody around him. Good job of the quarterback. Wolding just said, all right, I'm going to throw it up. Nobody's around you. Caught it, stiff-armed one guy, waltzed into the end zone.
2-point conversion coming, Wolding, and they're going to throw it again, and it's going to be caught and dropped this time. They tried to go to Wyatt Kuhn. 2-point conversion fails. 10:20 left to go in the ball game on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's the Holsteins 42, the Wildfire 6. Back with more on the PSP Network after this timeout.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust,
Like our convenient online banking.
along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Well, the Holsteins finally convert through the air as they tack on 6 more to the Holsteins' 2-point conversion, no good. And they lead this one 42-6 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Kick is away, and a flag comes out.
Well, we haven't seen many flags, Scott. That's just the 3rd penalty. What are they going to call, offsides in the kicking team?
Yep, and I think we've got to be probably, are we not, Chuck, in a running clock situation?
Yep, I believe you are correct, sir. Weston Kuhn, 2 catches for 70 yards.
As we'll get a chance in our Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show. Talk with the head coach. As Wolding boots it away. And Heather's got to go run it down. 15, 20. And they're going to say that's where he stepped out of bounds at the 20-yard line, did Heather of the Wildfire. 42-6. The Holsteins appear that they're going to advance and remain undefeated in the state of North Dakota.
They play the winner of the Divide County and Lewis and Clark.
And I believe at last report from what I heard, the public address announcer said Divide County was leading that one. So
okay.
Divide County would make the trip from Crosby down here. As first down and 10 for the Wildfire from their own 21-yard line. Manulovitz goes under center. Kaufman. Now they motion Heather. They toss it Kaufman. Kaufman going left. Turns upfield. Stiff arms a tackler. He's down to the 30-yard line. Falls forward to the Ty Wolding makes the stop as Kaufman, good yardage on that carry on the short side of the field. Be second down and 8 to go, or second down and 2 after a gain of 8 there for Kaufman of the Wildfire.
And they have not had much success at all this second half, as they've had 2 of their drives stopped on downs. The first one was a 3-and-out punt. That's the best play of the second half.
9:35 to play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 42-6. Holsteins lead it. Manulovitz under center. Kaufman, again, going left, tried to bounce it to the outside, and he's going to be brought down shy of the first down. Might have picked up 1, if anything, on that. Alex Pittman getting some run here for the Holsteins.
You're going to get some guys, I got a feeling, getting in this fourth quarter with, it's pretty hard to.
Yeah, Wolding comes out.
5 touchdowns.
Second or third down and short. Call it 1 to go. Manulovitz under center. He's going to roll out, looking to throw it. He throws it underneath, and making the catch there in stride as he got hit. That was big number 32, Lane Kovar.
He got
good
thumped,
concentration
Scott.
There.
Thump by the little guy.
Yeah, it was.
Kane Grinsteiner laid the wood to him. But they got Grinsteiner at 170, or is that just my mess up? Because there's not a chance in Acky's 170. 120, that makes it better. Okay, that was
okay.
Like 5'4", 120. What has he got?
5'4".
A 50-pound backpack on? I mean,
So a big first down there for the Wildfire. 8 clock winds to 8:11 to play. Manulovitz goes under center. Hands off Kaufman. Kaufman straight up over the right side and across the 40 down to the 43-yard line. Borneman makes a stop for the Holsteins.
Well, rushing isn't going to cut it.
No.
I mean, but you don't have any time to throw it. So that's the unfortunate situation.
Ryland Superior comes into the ball game for the Holsteins. He goes back in that defensive secondary. Also in for the Holsteins is Tomac. Manulovitz, they give it to the dive back. That is going to be on the carry. That's Jaron Rafferty. And as you said, Chuck, is 42-6. Yeah, it's going to be pretty hard. That'll bring up a third down and 4 to go for the Wildfire, trailing 42-6 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
The big fella's out. A.J. Hines, I think he's going to stick a fork in him. I think he's done for the day. He just towers over Coach Kleingen.
Boy, I see Mr. Stern on the sideline there, the longtime basketball coach of the Holsteins. Must be helping a little bit on the defensive side of the ball. Manulovitz, they throw out in the flat. Heather catches, turns upfield. He's into Holstein territory. Little shimmy shake move, stiff arm 40, 35-30. And he's run out of bounds. There is Matt Heather. So a good gain for the Wildfire. Clock continues to wind. 6.5 left to play.
And they'll quickly spot it, but the clock doesn't stop now even with the first down. So 22-yard pickup. He was wide open, Scott, but they just left Heather. They said, okay, you're going to catch it in front of us. And he said and made a nice little juke move on Grinsteiner. Grinsteiner's got some laundry in the field he's got to pick up over there on the numbers.
First down and 10 from the Holstein 33-yard line. Manulovitz, they toss it. Kaufman coming to the near side of the field. Now bounces it outside, turns upfield, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. And running him out of bounds there, that was Borneman for the Holstein. But as we said, the clock continues to wind with that 30-point rule into effect, 42-6. We're at 5:40 left to play here in the ball game.
Well, Kaufman's nearing the 100-yard mark, but that's not going to be any consolation prize for him as he's 25 for 97. What a career this kid's had. Over 3,000 yards in the last 2 seasons and 37 touchdowns. Not a bad career.
Gain of 6 on 2nd down and 4 now for the Holsteins. Kaufman going left, bounces the outside. Ooh, he can't get out of the shoestring tackle of Wyatt Kuhn. And that was a good open field tackle there by Wyatt Kuhn of the Holsteins. That'll bring up a 3rd down after a loss. Loss there.
Yeah, he's
so
trying to
3rd down and 6.
Trying to cut it outside, and right there was Wyatt Kuhn, the inside linebacker, went down low, grabbed it, like you said, the shoestring, Scott, of Kaufman, and just tripped him up enough.
So a 3rd down and 5. We'll call it 6 for the Holsteins. Manulovitz under center. Holstein's showing a blitz, and they're coming. They run right by it to Kaufman over the right side. He's going to be short of the 1st down as he's down to the 25-yard line. But you know, Borneman making the stop. It's going to be 4th down and 2 to go, so it's going to be obvious 4-down territory for head coach Nate Zachman.
Yeah, and it's a situation, as you said, when throwing the football, you're struggling. Just 49 passes on the season for Manulovitz in 9 games, so the passing is not the strength of this Wildfire offense.
Manulovitz under center. Now they motion Heather right to left. Kaufman dots the I, and they toss Kaufman coming right. Kaufman trying to get to the outside, now cuts back inside. Got the 1st down and more as he dives to the 20-yard line. They may give him the 19. It'll be a 1st down. Is that
Tomac?
Tomac,
again,
yeah, I'm sorry. Caden Tomac on the stop.
Another good block by Rafferty. They like that play. They pitch it to Kaufman, and the lead blocker is a fullback Rafferty, and he pushed way outside whoever the cornerback was for the Holsteins.
Clock winds to 3:32 left to go here from New Salem as Manulovitz goes under center, I backfield. Kaufman dots the I. He gets it, goes left, and he's going to be met right there. And just like you're supposed to do, wrap up, hit him low, and that's Ethan Meyer.
Great form tackle for Meyer right in the hole, Scott. It was
Sized him up.
I like that. Sized him up.
How about that?
Good job.
How about that, Moon Unit?
You've been looking stuff up. I'm telling you.
Oh, no.
Before you check in the box, you got things.
No. Sized
Did you
him
win
up.
Something for using that? What was the kickoff you used?
The cleat meets the cowhide. Absolutely.
That was good.
Huh? 42-6 our score. 2:52 left to play. Here's Kaufman going right. Kaufman trying to get to pay dirt, and he's going to be brought down, knifed down at the 15. Colin McGrath making the stop for the Holsteins.
Well, Nate Kaufman's going to know he played a football game today, Scott.
Yes, he sure is.
30 carries, 109 yards.
We'll have our post-game Planning Team Financials post-game show. Also, we'll bring you the Sport Clips MVP of the game. Sport Clips brings you the MVP of this matchup. They're located at South 3rd Street and is the home to the MVP haircut experience. Sport Clips brings you today's game's MVP. 2:15 to go as Manulovitz under center on a 3rd and 6 for the Wildfire from the Holstein 15-yard line. Kaufman going left, and he's got some room, and he's close to 1st down yardage, and I think he got enough as Klatt makes the stop there for the Holsteins. Yep, they're going to say it is a 1st down, so it'll be 1st and goal to go as the clock winds to 1:47 to play.
Dragon tacklers. I mean, the strength that Kaufman's shown too. I mean, he has been hit so many times tonight. It's been basically, I mean, he has one big run. The rest of them are the short variety, single-digit runs.
1st and goal to go from the 9. Here's Kaufman again, going right, met there. Short gain. McGrath again on the stop there for the Holsteins.
Senior coming in, he's spelling A.J. Hines.
1:10 to play from.
Now I got to figure out how I get in.
Right here. There's a gate right there that opens up.
I mean,
there.
back in the day, on jumping a fence
Yeah,
would be easy.
Don't be doing that because
I'm
I'm not coming down to help you.
Come on, man.
Manolovitz, hands off Kaufman going right, and it would just be only fitting if he got in the end zone, and I do believe he did. And yes, as a touchdown is signaled, and that'll make it 42-12.
The clock doesn't stop. That could be the last play of the game.
Yes,
Scott.
it could, as Mott-Regent gets on the board. Mott-Regent, New England, I stand corrected, as they get on the board. Making it 42-12. The clock does not stop. And the 2-point conversion awaits here for the Wildfire. Manolovitz goes under center and back to pass. He's looking. Now he's flushed. Now he's on the move. He's going to turn upfield. And they're going to say the 2-point conversion is good. So 8.3 left to play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. We'll keep it right here as Mott-Regent adds 2 more on. And that makes it 42-14 as Chuck Claremont has made his way down as well to get a few words from the head coach and a player or two from the Holsteins. 42-14 our score on the BNC Bank scoreboard. This afternoon's game brought to you in part by Chuppy Clinic. Chuppy Clinic offers more than basic adjustment of the spine. Chuppy Clinic is concerned about the overall health and wellness of each patient and offer care and service to meet the greater demands of current health needs. Find them online at chuppy.com. 42-14 our score as we await the touchdown kickoff, and once that gets underway, that should about do it as the Holsteins will come out with a victory. They will remain undefeated as teeing it up to kick it off for that's Aiden Rafferty, and the ball comes down off the tee, and Rafferty will have to reset it, and he does. And now he steps it off, and Rafferty await to kick it away. And the cleat meets the cowhide, and we're going to get a return as picking up at the 25-30. And ripped down there on the return there. That was Will Mossbrucker. And 2.5 seconds to go is Mossbrucker. And here comes the offensive unit for the Holsteins, and I guess it's just going to be a snap and a knee. And that should about do it here. That should about do it here for – go ahead, Chuck.
I just wanted to check in, make sure that everything's working properly down here.
Yeah, hey, I got you, man. A little wind, but I got you, buddy. I got you.
All right, well, I'll try to use my skinny body to block the wind. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds good. Chuck Claremont down on the field awaiting a few words from head coach Steve Kleingen. And now here comes the Holstein offense with 2.5 and the snap and the knee, and that is going to do it as the Holsteins, they advance as they win this one by a score of 42-14. The Wildfire season, while that comes to an end, as they'll finish their season at 500 at 5-4. 42-14 our final. We'll take a timeout. We come back. It will be our our Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show. Back with more on the PSP Network after this timeout.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know. Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoom?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Purchase 4 eligible Firestone tires and receive up to $120 in a prepaid Visa gift card. Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice Planning offered through Team GWM Financial Advisors, Post-Game LLC, Show. doing business as Goss
Planning
Advisors,
Team Financial
Registered
Advisors,
GWM
here to help
Advisors,
you work
LLC,
toward
Planning Team
achieving your
Advisors
financial
are separate
goals.
entities from
Visit them
LPL
online,
Financial.
planningteam.com. Now for the Planning Team Financial Post-Game Show.
Well, welcome back to New Salem and our Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show. Glad to have you aboard on the PSP network as the Holsteins have won this one 42-14. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial planner planning for farm or business, Succession Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit us online at planningteam.com. Well, the Holsteins win it 42-14. They remain undefeated on the season, and they will advance to round two, or to the quarterfinal round of the state nine-man football playoffs. And for all intents and purposes, it appears their opponent will be Divide County, but we'll try to get that for you as Chuck Claremont has made his way down to the field, and he is going to try to get a few words from the head coach of the Holsteins of New Salem Almont. And I believe right now Chuck is making his way, and I think he may have Steve Kleingen as he makes his way over there. And right now, let's go down to Chuck Claremont and the head coach of the Holsteins, Steve Kleingen. Chuck, take it away.
Tell you what, Coach, first half, I mean, it was a game, 12-6, and I don't know, right, you had the second half, maybe it was just, hey guys, let's buckle up and put our chin straps up and run the football, because you just ran it down their throats that second half.
Yeah, we came up a little flat in the game. They ran away from their offense. They did a good job of executing, and we made some, we had some mistakes, a holding penalty, end zone and interception. We did well in the first half, but in the second half, we said, hey, let's get back to what we do best, and let's use our physicality, and that freshman running back, Brock Norton, run hard, got the job done.
Yeah, I think what you did too, Coach, that second half is, I felt like you wore them out. You had different options where they're running Kaufman, you're splitting things up, and you had fresh bodies time and time again.
And that's one of the keys for us is we do have, we like that 2-3 back system plus our quarterback running the ball long. We didn't really have to go to the root kid today through the air and things like that we've used, and they, so it was just one of those days where we had kids that executed. Our offensive line did a great job as usual, especially in the second half, and that's the way we like to play. I mean, we grind it out on a windy, cold, or cooler day like today. That's the best way to play football.
And the last thing, Coach, we've been talking about the offense, but boy, that defense, you got a guy in All-Stater and Kaufman, he had 100 yards, but it took him 33 carries to get there. So, I mean, that's a pretty good, strong effort on the defensive side.
Yeah, I mean, he's a heck of a running back, and we knew that he's going to get the ball a bunch of times. We broke down a few times, he broke out, had some nice runs, but, I thought we contained when we needed to, and I thought we did a good job against him, particularly in the second half. And, I mean, good football players are going to make plays, and I thought we did, a really good job against them considering.
And it doesn't get any easier next week.
Never does. Every game's a step up, and we got to be ready to play football from the get-go.
All right, good luck to you, Coach.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, stop in here. Tyler, let's have you first, buddy. What a game you played tonight, too, both offensively and defensively. It just seemed like you guys, you had, a little tougher, let's just throw it that way, because it feels like they just struggled bringing you guys down offensively, tackling you. They couldn't tackle you all day today. I mean, talk about the toughness that you guys threw out there at them.
We keep our feet moving. We do everything. Got great blocks in front. We never stop. So close. We keep pounding with every play.
And for you guys too, defensive perspective, obviously one of the team leaders and as one of your back, coming up against a guy like Kaufman, I mean, that's a big, tall task. And talk about your preparation, your thought process coming to the game today against him.
We had a great game plan all week, the past 2 weeks really. Our head coach, he's real good defensively. He teaches us all the things we need to do right to get them down and never to miss a tackle.
And for you guys as a senior, it's just one step at a time. I got a feeling in your own mind that just a win at this point is going to be good enough. It's good. You got a bigger prize in mind.
We get steps. This this was our first step. We got a few more steps to achieve our big goal. We're gonna keep going.
Congratulations, had a great win. All right, step in here, Weston. And for you, I mean, great to see you playing. I mean, now you got injured in basketball last year to come out in football, and for you guys to play as well as you have up to this point, 9-0, second in the state. This is just one small step for you.
Yeah, it is.
You know, and for you, you know, coming in and talk about the run, because they're throwing the football to you, right? You get a nice run today. You got the chance to catch the football. I mean, for you, catching it, running it, tackling it. I mean, what's your favorite part of this game?
Well, everything's my favorite part. Hitting and everything. That just puts a smile on my face. I just love football and all. And then playing with my teammates, they just make everything a lot better.
And for you as a senior, a pretty special season for you guys to get to this point, and you know, to be undefeated at this point. Coach just said kind of one small step for you guys, and so next week it doesn't matter who the guys you're going to play against. I mean, what are you going to have to do to maybe get yourself fired up for next week?
Well, we're going to go into practice Monday, practice hard all week, get our game plan down, and we'll come in Saturday and play how we always play.
You know, last thing for you too is you got to feel really good from an offensive perspective, knowing you have so many weapons. Give us a little insight on all the different weapons you got on your football team.
We have a lot of weapons, like Ty, our quarterback. He can run it, and he's hard to tackle. Then we got Dylan Root, our wide receivers, and my little brother Wyatt. They can just go up and catch the balls. And then on our jet sweep there, he went up and caught that one from Dylan. It was just crazy stuff that happens. We got a lot of weapons in our old line. They're just amazing blockers, and then they just all come together.
What a season so far. Good luck next week, buddy.
All right, thank you.
All right, Scotty, back to you, man.
All right. Good job, Chuck Claremont. As there you hit it, we do apologize as there is a little bit of wind that caused that, but 42-14. The Holsteins there you see. The Holsteins, great camera work there by our cameraman, Johnny Samuelson, getting them ready to load up in the trailer and get them back to the high school, and a big win for the Holsteins here as they defeat the Wildfire by a score of 42-14 on the PSP Network. We'll take another timeout as our planning team financial advisors post-game show rolls on with more after this timeout.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Well, welcome back to New Salem, North Dakota. Scott Woodmansey, Chuck Claremont with you as this one has gone final 42-14. The Holsteins win this one big time over the Wildfire from Mott-Regent, but kudos to Nate Zachman and his crew as certainly they've got to feel good about the season that they had this year as they lose this one 42-14 after a victory last week against the Holsteins from Napoleon Gackle Streeter. We can give you an update, too, on the cross-country side of things, the state meet. Congratulations go out to the Williston Coyotes as the boys and girls are the state champs. Boys and girls, both coaches of the year, individual girls champion, and Gatorade Athlete Year, Lovegren. Boy, congratulations to the Williston Coyotes, boys and girls, cross-country champions there. As Chuck has some final scores here. It was Lemoore LM knocking off Mayport CG 42-0. Another score, it was, is that a final, Chuck? 8-0? 8-0. Nelson County was leading St. John's. We'll try to see if we can update you as my partner tallies up the final individual and team numbers. Langdon area Edward Munich on the Class 11 on the 11B side of things. They defeat Oaks by a score of 35-14. Another Romfro, Jack Romfro, 3 rushing touchdowns there. Let's see, what else can we give you? Velva Garrison. Velva Garrison goes in and knocks off Beulah by a score of 12-0. A big, big win there as they will face either Bishop Ryan or Hazen, a game that you'll be able to hear right here on the PSP network. Let's see, what else can we get you here? As well, I think my partner's got the numbers tallied up. Let's send it over to him, and we'll try to track down some other final scores here for you across the state of North Dakota.
Let's make the first statement that coming from a father of a son named Tyler, with a nickname of Ty, apologize to the Wolding family. Apparently, if there's no L-E-R in Ty, it's Ty Wolding. I said I missed him. I wanted to get a picture, and I said, hey, can I get a picture of Tyler? And I'm assuming it was his mom. She said, excuse me, it's Ty. I said, my bad. I didn't give her the whole story that I got a son named Ty.
That's
called
you didn't
Tyler,
have enough time,
TC,
but
Ty. Anyway, so moving on, Scott, to what a game this kid played. So let's start with Mott-Regent and valiant effort by this team. Nate Kaufman, just a warrior. 33 rushes for 124 yards tonight, including including 1 touchdown, the last carry of his career. Jaron Rafferty had 4 carries for 14 yards. Jalbert had 1 carry for 7. Cole Monovolitz was 5 for 7 for 39 yards. Kaufman also was a quarterback at some point in time. He was 2 for 9 for 40 yards. Zach Jalbert had 2 catches for 40. Matt Heather had 3 for 34. Lane Culver had 1 for 8. And then Benstock had 1 for 7. For the victorious New Salem Almont Holsteins, it was Ty Wolding, had 10 rushes, 98 yards. He had a 4-yard touchdown run. Brock Norton, 11 carries, 111 yards. He had a 23-yard run. Cody Irwin had 11 carries for 70 yards. He had a 35-yard touchdown run and a 1-yard touchdown run. And then Dylan Root, he also got in on the scoring column and the rushing column. 3 rushes, 67 yards. He had a 37-yard touchdown run. Ethan Meyer had 2 carries for 9. And then Weston Kuhn, you heard him afterwards, he had 2 carries for 13 yards. Ty Wolding was 3 for 5 throwing the football, including a 25-yard touchdown pass to Weston Kuhn. He was 3 for 5 for 33 yards. Rude had a 45-yard completion to Weston Kuhn at the end of the first half. So it was Dylan Rude with 1 catch for 3 yards. Little brother Wyatt Kuhn, I like that, and Weston referred to him as my little brother. That was cool. Has 1 catch for 5 yards, and then Weston Kuhn 2 catches for 70 yards, that 25-yard touchdown catch. Late in the game. From a team statistic, boy, it was close to the end of the first half, Scott, and man, this second half, it was all Holsteins. 38 carries, 367 yards on the ground. So give credit to those guys up front, man. I mean, the Kuhn brothers on the outside, then Levi Becker, Alex Pittman, A.J. Hines. I mean, I could have interviewed one of those guys. I mean, it's a pretty special day. 367 yards rushing. 4 completions for 78 yards for New Salem, 7 completions for 79 yards. So 44 plays for New Salem, 45 for Mott. Unfortunately, it was a 200-yard difference. It was 445 yards for the Holsteins, 224 yards for Mott. And then, the big thing to me is a lot of there was 5 sacks on the night. There was an interception. There was 4 tackles for losses. So that defense really did the trick too, Scott. And I got a feeling there's not enough people really talk about how good that defense played, and to hold a team down that had 66 points last week to just 18, or I guess what was it, 20 was the final. So pretty impressive game all around for New Salem Almont, and I know they're not done. They want a lot more, and the coach said, "Hey, it's just 1 win, guys. Let's cherish this one tonight, and then let's wake up tomorrow morning and put our sights on whoever we play next week in round 2."
Yeah, and we're trying to effort that score. Got a lot of the 11B scores, but I think at last report that I had heard, Divide County was leading Lewis and Clark, but we'll try to get those to you before we sign off here. Chuck, it's now time to give out our Sport Clips Player of the Game. Brought to you by Sport Clips. Be the MVP when you go to Sport Clips or an MVP haircut experience. Nothing comes close to make you feel like an MVP, quite like the MVP experience at Sport Clips. As Sport Clips is located at 411 South 3rd Street in Bismarck. And, Chuck, your thoughts on the Sport Clips player of the game?
Well, I mean, it could be so many guys. You just take a look at there's so many things that were so close in terms of yardage and touchdowns and everything else. But, I mean, I just felt like the guy that really made a difference, he had a touchdown passing, he had a touchdown running, and played just tremendous defense. We interviewed him tonight after the game. Ty Wolding, T.Y. Wolding. He is our Sport Clips MVP of the game.
Well, there you have it, Ty Wolding. Congratulations. You are the Sport Clips MVP of the game. And, Chuck, it's time to give out our Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game. They focus on the details of the process without ever losing sight of the big picture. Their efficient step-by-step approach to move management keeps everyone on the same page and includes a comprehensive service of proactive checks, double checks, and ongoing communications that ensure attention to all details every step of the way. Locations in Bismarck, Manette, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Chuck, your thoughts on the move of the game?
Well, hey, the move to me was, how about the Dylan Rude move? When he fumbled it, there was a fumbled snap. He goes and picks it up about the 45-yard line, and then he runs to the outside, tiptoes down the sidelines, outruns the Wildfire defense, gets into the end zone for a 37-yard touchdown run. To me, that was our Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game.
Yes, it was, as we do have some of the 9-man finals here for you. The few yet to come in. As we said, Lemoore Litchfield Marion wins that one over to Mayport CG. They win at 42-0. So they will move on. They await Heading or Scranton or Grant County Flasher. In the lower bracket, as we found out here, this one goes final 42-14 as the Holsteins win that one over Mott-Regent New England Wildfire. So that sets up the first matchup in the bottom half of the bracket. The Holsteins will host Divide County next Saturday afternoon right here in New Salem. On the bottom half, Cavalier and Wyndmere, no score there. It was Surrey over Ray Powers Lake, 44-38, so Surrey will advance there. On the 11B side, pretty much a majority of these finals, Hillsborough Central Valley wins at 43-8, and Central Cass over Harvey Wells County, 43-6. That sets up Hillsborough Central Valley and Central Cass. Bishop Bryan and Hazen yet to play, and a surprise up in Beulah. Velva Garrison knocks off Beulah by a score of 12-0. So Velva Garrison advances. No score from Kindred and Thompson. Langdon Area Edmore Munich defeats Oaks 35-24. Bowman County survives. They win at 20-14 over Ned Rose. And Des Lacs Burlington defeats Shiloh by a score of 14-7. Well, Chuck, it was fun, my friend. Now we can add to our list of long ventures in the broadcasting world. We can chalk up New Salem, North Dakota is one of the communities we were able to bring a game, and certainly a big thanks to Jerome Slag and Coach Kleingen and the staff out here doing a great job out here in New Salem.
I love it. I mean, and how much they appreciate you being out here too. You know, it's cool for us that to be able to come out here and put a game, and it was a fun game to do. I love the venue. Once we got the flies cleaned up and got ourselves set up, I mean, we feel like we're right in the football, right there in the game, so right in the field. So it was amazing. It was fun, Scott. Well, who knows? They might do a New Salem game next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Stay tuned as we'll keep you up to date on that as whether we'll be back here for the Maroons and the Holsteins coming up next week. Want to thank all of our other sponsors, BNC Bank, our scoreboard sponsor, Hubbard International Insurance, a timeout sponsor, also the Medicine Shop of Bismarck, Tires Plus, Chuppy Clinic, Planning Team Financial Advisors, our post-game show sponsor, also to Sport Clips and Jobbers Moving and Storage. And really, we want to give a special thanks, a special shout-out to the communities of Mott-Regent, New England, and New Salem Almont. Without those folks, hey, yeah, you guys were able to make this broadcast work for us, and we certainly enjoyed bringing this to you. So, repeating our final score from New Salem, it's the Holsteins 42, the Wildfire 14. For John Samuelson, Chuck Claremont, I'm Scott Woodmansey saying so long from New Salem, North Dakota.
This North Dakota High School Football Playoff presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by these local sponsors: Rude's Mobile, Farmers Union Insurance Brad Greff, the Touchdown Club of Mott-Regent, Cardinal Insurance Alex Aldinger, the Napa Auto Store of New Salem, and Nodak Mutual Insurance Scott Wilkins. Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network to stay up to date with all things high school athletics in Western North Dakota. PSP Network, it's game day.